I'm expecting 2 vehicles to arrive at the side gate of Chillingham Castle. I'm walking down there now, and I have absolutely no idea what will happen this evening. The gates open automatically. The path is very, very wet. Richard from Chillingham Castle is beside me with a fiery torch, and the lights have just come on from the Halogen Lodge House of Chillingham Castle. I'm walking to the end of the road. Right down at the bottom end, there is a ford where they used to chain Scottish prisoners so that when the water was shallow, it would lap around their arms. And then the more and more rain that fell, and let's face it, Northumberland is not known for a little rain. When it rains a lot, the water would rise to such a point that the Scots would be drowned, and their bodies left there as a warning for anyone. That ford is now full. It is gushing. You can possibly hear it in the background of me talking to you. There's no sign of lights on that road. The convoy is there. They're being met by TV cameras, and we have a lot of history to discuss and a lot of things to tell these people as we get them ready for what we think is going to be an adventure of a lifetime. We've already heard owls hooting. Any time now, guys, would be good. There's a slight spit of rain, but nothing that's going to stop us having an amazing experience. We're going down there any second. Any second now. Yes, they're disembarking from the vehicles. They're parking them up near a church just outside the lodge area here at Chillingham. And then we're going down to meet them. There they are. Let's go down. With you, the vehicles have unloaded. We're now behind the closed gates of Chillingham. We've got a batch of people here. What's your name?
Hi Alan, I'm Helen and I'm from Cramlington. It's going to be very interesting in there tonight, and I'm very open-minded.
Right, we've got an open-minded soul. This is Susan from South Shields. And what are you looking forward to this evening?
Just actually hoping to see something or feel something.
Right, now, you're looking just a tad worried.
I am.
You are worried?
Just a bit nervous.
Right, okay, it's going to get worse. Jim, you're an ex-police officer.
Yes.
So therefore you're not foolish, and you're not daft, and you're not stupid. What are you hoping to get from tonight?
I'm hoping to see spirit. That's what we're all here for.
Right, okay. So, in other words, prove it is what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Now, this must be my taxi man.
Yes, I'm Tony from Baker.
Right.
I'm really excited at the minute. I just can't wait to get in there and see what's going to happen.
Right, and what do you think's going to happen?
Well, it's very active, so I hope we're going to get some experiences.
Okay, well, that's what we say. And what's your name?
I'm Sue from Washington.
And what are you hoping for tonight?
I'm hoping to have proof of it being haunted or what have you, you know.
Proof. It's all about proof.
To see, or either see something myself or
feel something,
see someone
something
else experience something.
Okay, that's fair enough. What about you? What's your name?
Hi, I'm Jenny from North Shields.
Right.
I'm hoping, like most people here, to actually experience something.
Right, okay. Well, that's what we're all hoping for tonight. And who are you?
I'm Carol. I'm from Ashington.
Right.
And I'm just hoping to experience something as well.
Okay. Who are you?
Hello, I'm Catherine from Benton. I feel quite calm, and I'm hoping that the little boy here will maybe get in touch with this, because I'm very open-minded.
Right, now, you sent me a glove.
I did.
If that's you. This lady is the lass who got in at the 11th hour, really. You were just about to choose somebody else, and suddenly a strange spidery glove arrived, and it was yours. And the reason you were chosen was because you stopped believing in your head. You'd stopped believing in all of this, and you said that you thought that some of the television stuff was so fake that it just turned you off it.
That's it.
I hate that kind of stuff, and I say that if we're going to do it, we'll do it properly.
Yeah.
But that means if you get nothing, this isn't going to be a haunted house with things jumping out of cupboards. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Andrew from Chelsea Street. I really want to experience as much as I can tonight in any shape or form, just to prove to myself and everybody else that there's something else out there.
Right, and talk as fast as you possibly can and get as many words in as possible, because I'm a woman.
Hi Alan, my name's Tracy, I'm from Hadrian Park, and I've come here the night because I'm involved in spiritualism, but yeah, at Ripping Hole in North Shields.
Alright,
and I haven't seen anything or sensed anything, and I'm hoping tonight's going to be my best encounter I'm going to have.
Your first one, really. Now, you were actually chosen because you're interested in it, but you've never had anything to really underline the fact that it's real. So therefore you can come here and hopefully get that proof that you're looking for.
That's right. I mean, I have obviously training to do spiritualism. I mean, I was sitting in the back of the car and meditating and opening my mind as much as I could.
Fine.
So something does come through, and I mean, I have given people bits of messages, and I'm just wanting something to come through. I just want to feel as much as I can tonight.
Okay, well, without falling into the swimming pool here, let's just move around. Hi, who are you?
Hi, I'm Jill from Wylam.
Hi, Jill.
I'm feeling very nervous, very apprehensive. I don't know what to expect, but I would like to experience something. Maybe a noise. Maybe, I don't think I want to actually see something, but maybe a noise.
You don't want to see something?
I don't think so.
You've come to the wrong place. And who are you?
Hi, I'm Athena from Wylam, and my heart is absolutely hammering in my head, and I don't want fear to get in the way, but I'm sure it will. But I really want to take this seriously.
Right, well, you will.
Very serious now.
The thing is, you are smiling. And that's nice.
Smile.
I know.
Sarah.
It's the kind of smile, I don't mean this in a cruel way, but it's the kind of smile you see on skeletons when they're left lying. So from this point, as soon as we start to move, I'm going to tell you why this castle is stained in the way that it is.
12 listeners run the gauntlet at Chillingham Castle.
Now, Chillingham Castle. I want to tell you, just before the story of this, I want to just let you know a little bit about the people. Now, you've all heard about the great civilizations of Egypt, the Phoenicians, the Babylonians, and how amazingly clever and intellectual these people were, and how they had immense abilities to build roads, had flushing toilets like 1,000 years before the rest of us. Amazing. There was a civilization like that right here. It was the Celtic pagan communities that stretches back 4,500 years before the birth of Christ. Now, that's an amazing length of time. Now, if you remember, Christ, if you believe, or whether you don't believe, I don't care, that was 2,000 years ago. We're talking 4,500 years. That's a long time back. And there was a civilization here, and it stretched through Ireland, Wales, Scotland, the north of England, Scandinavia, and the northern Germanic countries. And they had a fantastic civilization. They were immensely powerful people. And what did they believe in? Nobody knows. To this day, nobody knows. Why? Because, quite frankly, they didn't tell anybody. And they refused to allow anybody to write it down. Because if they wrote it down, somebody who didn't believe what they believed would come along and say, you don't believe what I believe, I'm going to kill you. So they didn't tell anybody. And essentially what they believed in was they believed the sun would rise in the morning, the moon would come up at night, that the crops would grow if you watered them, that if you looked after the earth would look after you. That's beautiful. And they didn't attack anybody, and they didn't kill anybody, and they didn't have any kind of problems with the people around them. They lived and let live. And it was only after literally thousands of years that you discover that these Celtic pagans had this amazing society. They discovered a trepanning device. I don't know whether you know what trepanning is. It's for brain surgery. 700 years before the birth of Christ, they were doing brain surgery. Now, we didn't get that for a long time after, but they were capable of doing it, and they found that in a grave area of a Celtic pagan site. So I'm telling you about amazing people. This is pagan land. Close to this area, we have standing stones, pagan standing stones, from about 3,000 years before the birth of Christ. They're still in exactly the same condition as they were at the time. They're completely unchanged, and people carry out rituals there now. And yet, they try to bring to build a church here, an abbey, to try and bring a little bit of religion to an unholy land. It lasted 7 years and it was destroyed. And you will be in the ruins of that church a little bit later on. So you've got to realise this is pagan land. The pagans owned it, lived here, completely unbothered by anyone and not bothering anybody. And then people found out they didn't believe in God. They didn't believe in Christ. They must be heathen. We're going to wipe them out. And they did their best to wipe them out. They butchered them in every possible way. And during the trip that I'm going to share with you today, you're going to find out. But just to let you realise, you know how people from the northeast of England have this reputation of being tough and hard, and they'll stick the nut on you, and you can't go out late at night, otherwise there's going to be trouble. Do you think that just goes back to like the 1960s or the 1940s or the 1930s? Cleopatra had 300 Celts from Northumberland as her personal guard. King Herod the Great had a similar retinue of Northumbrian Celts to protect them. And the only time that Cleopatra ended up dying, that was when the Northumbrian Celts were ordered somewhere else and they weren't there to protect her. Hannibal, when he crossed the Alps, had 500 Northumbrian Celts leading the way, destroying everything in front of them. Why did they have to be so tough? Why were they such incredible warriors? Because they were. Chillingham Castle tells you why. Chillingham Castle's right in the middle of this part of England, close to the Scottish borders, where the Scots and the Picts would come down and try and kill him. The English would come up, they would travel north trying to kill him. The Irish would come in from the west coast and try and kill him. The Vikings would come in from the east coast and try and kill him. And here, a pinprick in the middle of the map, Chillingham Castle, a little square castle where they fought them all off and won. How did they keep it strong? How did they keep it straight? How did they keep it in control? You know the road when you came off the A1 and you came through the there's two pillars either side? That's the beginning of Chillingham land. And you probably drove for another half hour before you found a castle. That was all Chillingham land. It was defended in blood. And they said, we're just a pinprick. We got 500, 600, 700, 800 soldiers here. We're going to make sure that if anybody comes for us, we're going to make them scream. And they did. And it became the home of the torturers. The Scots tried to take Chillingham Castle, and they came round the back over these walls. There were slightly different walls at the time. They decided they were going to hit the castle by going through the woods and sneak up on them. And they were wiped out. In a road just down from here, 10,000 Scots were wiped out. Now, they only had about 1,000 troops here. 10,000 Scots died. Now, if you're doing the math of how many people have died in this particular area, it's going to add up. And this stream, they thought that this stream fed the castle. So the water from the well in the castle came from here. It actually doesn't. And I think anybody that's got any kind of nous will know that water runs downhill and not uphill. This was full of bodies, dead horses and dead Scots. And they left it like that. And the blood from the Scots ran down through the rivers, through the little tributaries, and all of the rivers south of here ran red with Scottish blood. And everybody cheered because they knew that Chillingham stood firm again. So that's a little bit about the history of the people and why they're so tough, and maybe why this place is so stained. Why does stuff hang around in here? So many people have died. There's a lot of stuff going on. So we're going to walk up, watch the potholes. What I'll do, does the camera people need the torch? Is that all right? So what I'll do is I'll keep this behind me, so just you watch the potholes as we start walking up the road to Chillingham Castle. The woods are very dark. Wayne is holding the torch. Are you all right?
It's darker than the last time I came, Alan.
Absolutely. No, it is pitch black. This is the time of year when there is literally no light whatsoever.
I can't even see in front of me.
No, you're all right. As long as you can hear crunch, you know that you're on the path. We've got our 12 night owls behind us. We're moving on. We're moving up to the castle. We can see lights just ahead through the trees. That's Chillingham Castle ahead of us. We're marching up there now. It's an amazing place. I'll try and get us into a little bit more light and hopefully leave the potholes behind us as we make our way through the trees. The Witchy Wood is on our right hand side, where Wayne had an experience the last time that you were here. That's just off to your right-hand side.
I've got to say, actually, when I came up here in the day and I walked through the wood,
yeah,
happened again.
Did it?
The feeling, absolutely.
Right, fantastic.
So,
well, we seem to be a long way away. It's a misty night tonight. I can see the castle ahead of us, swamped in mist. But there is the castle, everybody. If ever you wanted to see a haunted castle, that's it. People are nervous. You can hear them feeling the need to talk, and I understand that. So, right. Is everybody with us? I think there's 2 more coming. Oh my goodness, the light's just gone off outside. That was not planned. That wasn't planned. That's interesting. That's good. In its way, it's good. Right. Get your breath back just for a little. Now along there, you can see the lit gates. Do you see right ahead there? At the end of the road? That is the Devil's Mile. It is exactly 1 mile to the castle. To that area along there. Now, I have to tell you, I've told you a bit about the Celts. That's Chillingham Castle. That's where you're going. Alone. In the dark. Into there. There's 2 things that you are going to have to experience before you go in there. The first thing is a little bit about the rooms you're going in. I normally don't do this, but I will tonight, because there's enough of you to be able to handle this. The Devil's Mile. You may or may not have heard of a guy called John Sage. John Sage was a lieutenant of King Edward I, who was called Edward Longshanks, the Hammer of the Scots. Those of you that have watched Braveheart will have known all about him. He was not a good man. He wasn't a good English king even. He was very brutal, and the Scots felt that they had to be twice as brutal back. Now, Chillingham didn't like Edward particularly, but the Scots had raided Chillingham land for years, so they were more likely to be on his side than anybody else's. Now, when they were fighting the Scots, John Sage, as I say, a lieutenant, he was kind of the superstar Alan Shearer of his day, because everybody loved him because he was gallant and he was bold and he was handsome and he was everything you would want from the leader of men. However, he got injured in the leg by a spear, by a Scot, and that meant he couldn't ride a horse anymore. It also meant he couldn't fight on foot because he couldn't keep up, he couldn't march. But because he was so well known, they had to give him some kind of job. And he asked the people at Chillingham to allow him to be their torturer. And he learned to become very, very good at it. And because every step he took, he was reminded of the pain that the Scots had inflicted on him, he tried to inflict at least twice as much pain on them. Now, John Sage used the apparatus that's actually in the torture chamber. That is, some of it is the real equipment that he used. Huge pots with grills over the top where he would put Scots in so that they couldn't physically get out. Then they'd light a fire and cook them till all of the skin fell off their bones. He was the first person before Vlad Dracul the Impaler to put people on spikes. And they didn't put them on a sharp spike. They would lower them down onto a blunt spike so that slowly and slowly and slowly the weight of their body would bring them down onto that impaling device. And then they'd leave them. They'd leave them completely. And they say, there's a warning. Stick them on a castle wall. If the Scots come and see us, we'll show them what their countrymen look like now. They had to be tough. And I know you might think they were swines, they were evil, they were wicked. Yes, they were. And if the Scots had caught them, they'd have been wicked back. These were really savage times. So let's move beyond that. What happened to John Sage? Well, apart from impaling, putting people on racks, he invented a device, a little bit like, frankly, it's a crushing device. You put somebody's legs in it, then you start piling stones on top of it, and on top of it, and on top of it, until the legs are completely flat. He learned to kill people in the most incredible ways. The oubliette is a French word, and it means oblivion. And John Sage had heard about the French having a dark hole where they used to keep their prisoners. And that's all it was. That's all the French had. It was a dark hole. You'd open it up, there'd be no light, it would be below ground, and they'd put people in there. And if they were in there long enough, they would go blind because they had no light whatsoever. They were fed in complete darkness. They had a tiny little dungeon room called the oubliette, and that's where some of you will be going there alone tonight. There's a grill in the floor, and directly through the grill there is the open grave of the last person to die in there, who was a 12-year-old little girl. Her bones you can still see through the grill of the oubliette. I know some of you have brought torches. I would ask you not to use them. I want you to get your eyes accustomed to the dark, because I know this sounds like a contradiction in terms you will see more without fake shadows and fake, because as you see, you get shadows and stuff. No, I want real things. I want you experiencing real things. So if you possibly can, leave your torches in your pocket. Mobile phones switched off. You get no signal here anyway. It swallows battery. So anyway, John Sage had the idea of the oubliette. He'd heard the name, but he didn't know what to do with it. So you've got one lower pit. It's about 12 feet below. You have an upper jail cell with a tiny grill in it. So you put somebody in that cell and you break their arms, and then you break their legs, then you open the hatch and you drop them 12 feet to the stone below, and you let them die. Now the thing with this is, whether we realize it or not, and we are frankly spoiled in the standard of living that we have, irrespective of whether you're rich or poor, we're spoiled. That we've always got enough food, we've always got enough roof over our head. Now, you got somebody down there dying. There is an amazing survival instinct to keep you alive. So after 30, 40, 50, 70 people had gone into the oubliette and been thrown down the hole, you would have a lower layer of dead people, rotting, bloating, all their bodily fluids pouring out of them. You'd have a layer on top of people injured, in great pain, but still alive. You'd have another layer of people that had freshly been thrown down on top of them, eating the dead bodies to try and stay alive, drinking the blood, drinking the human fluids that were oozing out of there. They had to dig a hole in the wall of the castle to allow the stench and the ooze of human filth to pour out of there. And that's where you're going tonight. You're going to be spending some time in that cell, 15 to 20 minutes. People have had all kinds of experiences in there, from feeling the... If you open yourself wide enough, you will be able to feel sometimes pain, sometimes terror, blind terror. And you think, is this your terror or is it someone else's terror you're picking up? The oubliette is a place to go. There is a room called the Edward I room. Now, the Edward I room is where King Edward Longshanks slept. He stayed here at Chillingham Castle. It's also the room where the Scottish nobles kept their small children, the children of the lairds. Now, if you think about it, the lairds were going to die. In the main central area of the courtyard, they burned them alive. Sometimes in groups of 15, sometimes in groups of 20. Their remains, after they were charred and burnt, were hurled into a lake that's nearby. Now, the children went up into Edward's room. Now, these are the sons of Scottish royalty. They were going to grow up to be the avengers of their fathers, because that was the way that it was. You've hurt my family, I'm going to come back and I'm going to kill yours. So they had to die. Now, John Sage was ordered by King Edward I to release the children, but he knew they'd be back. So he said, the king said, everyone that walks through the doors of Chillingham Castle will survive. So John Sage went up to the Edward room, butchered them all with an axe, and threw their bodies into the courtyard from an upstairs window, so they didn't walk out alive. John Sage was also very sneaky, and when he was injured and the war was over, what do you do? Because the only thing giving him any kudos whatsoever was the fact that he was this master torturer who was expert in his ways of killing. Well, what they did was, he started, and this sounds ridiculous because we're going back like 900 years, he opened up the torture chamber as an exhibit. And he would do guided tours, and he would take people around and say, and this is where I got the Duke of Argyll, and I did this and I did that. Amazing and incredible. And on the day that the English king decided he had to have peace, because if you think about it, wars are expensive. Even now, talk about the cost of sending people to Iraq. Wars are expensive. So what he said was, we've got to find peace with the Scots. We've already won the war. Let's find peace, release all the prisoners, so that we're proving that we don't want any more hostility. We've already broken the Scots. Scotland's ours. Set them all free. Nice thing to do. So what did John Sage do? He says, okay, I will set them free. I'll set them free on Saturday afternoon. Why not the Thursday? Well, what he did was, he went to all of the villages around here in a cart, and in every village he said, this Saturday I'm releasing the Scots. They're going to walk down the Devil's Mail. And it's going to be at precisely 3:15 this weekend. Now, what did the people in the villages do? Well, they said, you mean the Scots that raped my daughter? You mean the Scots that stole my horse? Do you mean the Scots that completely butchered my family? Well, they came out in force. And they were waiting either side of this area here, right the way up to the gate, which is long down this road. There was approximately somewhere between 5 and 10,000 people armed with longbows, pitchforks, axes. And then the poor Scots. Now, you got to remember, when we're saying Scottish prisoners, these Scottish prisoners were men, women, children, some of them blinded, many of them lamed, because, let's face it, they'd been tortured for months, some of these people. So these helpless and genuinely helpless people who could hardly walk came down here to the Devil's Mail, and they were butchered, they were massacred, they were completely wiped out. Not one person survived. Most of them didn't get within 100 feet of the gate to their freedom. It's very dark down here. And the thing that they did was, you got to remember, there's probably about 80 or 90 people died coming along here. And what they decided to do was, we're not going to pick up any of the bodies. We're going to leave them where they lay. We're going to drive our carts in and out over their bodies until they're completely flattened. And that's what they did. And this road has been tarmacked a couple of times, but as you can see, there are still potholes in it around and about the place. And even as recently as a few weeks ago, they found part of a human finger that just seemed to come back up through the earth as it's being worn down by people walking around down here. So John Sage, not a nice person. He designed ways to kill people in horrendous ways. Now this is where it starts getting a bit spooky. Be careful, big potholes, don't drown. Now this is the area where the massacre took place, when it was away from the castle. There's potholes on this side, so try and keep right if you can. It's slightly easier. Large potholes over here. Keep right until we can get just a little bit further ahead. Watch it, big potholes central here. And then all I can do is that. Right, if everybody kind of gathers here, I think we'll be all right. Now, I was telling you, and I know we're spending a little bit of time telling you history that stretches a huge span of time. You see, behind you there are massive trees that have been here for years and years and years. Now, on a lot of these trees, there are markings where witches have been killed. We talk about it being a pagan land. It was a pagan land. It still is a pagan land. And there's no getting around it. Now, what makes this place holy or sacred is the fact that there are the bodies of people all over the place. Beneath our feet, the length of the Devil's Mail, there are bits of human beings. Those Scots that were never, their bodies were never collected. Now, when the Christians came here to try and build their abbey, which I'll show you again when we move back, that abbey lasted only a few years. And then the pagans made sure that they were forced off. And they were forced off essentially by these peace-loving pagans turning slightly more aggressive and slightly more violent. And they decided they were going to get them and sort them out, and they did. Now, how do you kill a witch? Now, for anybody that knows anything about witches, if you hurt a witch, if you harm a witch, the pain that you have given that witch comes back on you 7 times. Now, if you kill a witch, that means you and 6 other members of your family will die. Now, whether you believe that superstition or whether you don't doesn't make any difference whatsoever. The truth of it is that the people of the time believed it. So what they would do was they would get hold of a witch, because you got to remember these are the Christians who are desperate to try their best to eke out as much money as they can off the land. Now, the church at the present moment is the second biggest landowner in Britain. How did it get all of that land? Some of the land was conquered. It was taken by the crown. It's our land now. Your house happens to be on it, but it's our land, so you got to pay me taxes. And if you go to church, you got to pay us more taxes. And if you don't pay us, you're a heathen. You're a pagan, and we'll kill you. And anybody who didn't believe in the Christian God would die. And you've heard about people being put on ducking stools and ducked and drowned, or thrown into a river. If she floats, she's a witch killer. If she sinks and drowns, she's innocent. The reason they did it that way was, whatever happened, they would steal their land, and they would have the land. And they took it off them. And it's not a nice thing to do. And even now, they still have their land. The land that they took still belongs to the church. But what they did with witches is interesting. And pretty much all of the mature trees, all of these kind of massively thick trees, and there's quite a few of them right the way around here, the big, really thick rooted trees that have been here for some hundreds of years, they had witches pinned on them. Now, as I say, if you kill a witch, 7 times the pain you get. So what they would do is they would take a woman that they believed to be a witch, who was probably just an amiable, nice person who used herbs to heal, as they do now. They're using herbal healing. It's the big deal. It's taken them another, 4,000 years to get around to doing it again, but it works better than some of the conventional medicines. They would take a woman, they'd take her up to a tree, and they'd nail her to it. Now, this is before the birth of Christ, some of this. And an awful lot of it after the birth of Christ. And they'd nail a witch to a tree, and they'd leave her there. So then the worst they've done to her is, they've cut her hand a bit. So she's nailed, physically fixed to the tree. But you don't die there and then. The night comes, and the bugs come out. And at the time there were boars and foxes, and even 1 or 2 wolves in the North Country. And they fed on them. They ate them alive. And there was nothing they could do about it, because their feet and their hands were nailed to trees. And even now, if you go around, you can see marks on trees where witches have been pinned. So this is the Devil's Mail. It is haunted. People have seen spirit moving across the path late at night, especially on misty evenings like this. You sometimes just see shadows moving, dark shadows moving in a way. I wish I had a stronger torch. Across pathways. Even in amongst trees, you sometimes see things, and people have heard screams and this, that, and the other. So that's what the Devil's Mail's all about. Now, for those of you that are in shoes that can cope with it, and I'm not going to take all of you down there, there's an area where there's an energy line that crosses in 2 places. It's down beside the destroyed abbey, where the Christians tried to build a little bit of God's land, and it didn't work out. It's also a place where the monks used to walk to and fro from the castle to try and be important, because essentially monks were rich people. And I know you think, oh, monks, they must have helped everybody. Essentially here they helped themselves, and they tried to be rich and tried to be well-to-do, and they tried to steal as much land and have a nice house and have servants and sleep with women, because in those days to sleep with a priest made you holy. Now you can guess that it was probably a priest that made that up, but it worked. And they slept with a lot of women because it was the holy thing to do. And they even had homes built as far back as the 12th century where the illegitimate children of priests were raised, and raised essentially to keep their mouths closed. I think we're owl hunting here as well. We do have owls. Watch out for the potholes again. I'll keep the torch behind me. We're going to get people in to individual rooms, and we're going to be doing that very, very soon. In front of Chillingham Castle again. By this time, usually I would have you all in the woods. Some of you, from a shoe point of view, are not going to cope with that. Now, I told you about the Abbey. That is all that's left of the Abbey. It is literally a wall, and there is a dark hole right in the middle, and we've got owls. That's a blessing. It's a good sign. They say that owls are birds of ill omen. It's not true. We're good guys. So, you go through there, and you are completely surrounded in a canopy of trees. You would think if you've built a huge abbey, you would put floors in, obviously, and a chapel, and a steeple and all that. And it had the lot. It had living quarters. All that's left is that wall. And when you get through there, you're into a witchy wood. I call it a witchy wood for 2 reasons. Because down there are the bodies of about 300 to 400 different women who were killed, named as witches, and buried. Now, the thing is, if you bury somebody of status, you bury them 6 feet under, don't you? Of course. And it's been that way for centuries. And it was that way even then. You also bury them with grave goods, because they do believe there is an afterlife, and you're going to go on to live it. Even the Christians believe that. Now, what do you do with a pagan? Well, you don't care. Stick it down there. Throw some twigs over it and forget about it. And that's what they did. They buried them above the ground. They would leave them lying, and they'd throw some sticks over them. But the problem is, when you've got an area that's approximately maybe about half the size of a football pitch, and there's trees now that have grown through where the ground was beneath this abbey floor, and they started just dumping witches down there. You'd dump another one, and the animals would tear off a bit of flesh and feed on it, and then you'd throw a bit more bunches of twigs and waste on top of them. So now, when you get down there, you see mounds of earth. They're not just mounds of earth. They're mounds of dead people. They're the bodies of witches. Now, the amazing thing is, for those of you that are open to such things, there is an area between a couple of trees down there that when you walk through it, your body kind of lights up. And it's, you know that feeling that you get when people say, somebody's walked over your grave? That kind of involuntary shiver that Wayne, I seem to remember, described as, do you know this is better than an orgasm? I'm not sure that that's quite the case, but it's where 2 energy lines of the earth cross. And if you're open to it, you can actually test yourself as to whether or not you get it or whether you don't get it. Now, there is a whole line that if you cross the line, you can feel something. Now, realistically, this is going to sound bizarre in weather like this, because we're going to have you in the warm very soon. But the way that they used to find out whether you had it, that extra sense, was to actually strip you, and you use the hair on your arms, the hair on your legs, your body, to be able to sense changes in temperature, heat, cold, light, something passing through you. So that if you're wearing a big coat or a scarf or a woolly hat, nothing's going to get in the way. Now, I do not intend to strip you naked tonight, unless you insist, of course. But I am going to take 2 or 3 people down there. Now, we came up here for a scout, and they wouldn't actually let you in any of the rooms. It was just as well Wayne didn't want to go in any of the rooms in any case, because Wayne did get a bit of a shock last time. Down there, it's interesting. And I'm looking for, and Jim's already said, me. 2, anybody else want to go down there? Oh, lots of you. Right, now, just getting down the moat here will be a trick. So what I would like you to do, if possible, is we've got 2 gentlemen here. Grab an arm of a gentleman.
There you go, my love.
Thank you.
It's like the hokey cokey. Hang on, there's a lady here without a gentleman. If you would, this will be slippy. The trick coming down here is to dig your heels in, heel in the back or side of your foot maybe, because it is slippy, and you'll probably go down. Once you get down to the bottom of the moat, we're nearly there. This is pitch black, and we're heading towards the darkened portal that leads to the witchy wood. As I say, it's muddy in here. This is a woodland. Now, just if we could stop here, we're now protected and we're dry, ladies and gents. Right, now this is where it gets a little bit sticky. Can I just have the names of everybody here? Wayne's here.
Athena.
Jim.
Tracy.
Andrea.
Tony.
Now that's our half dozen. Now, Athena, would you like to go down? I could send another one of you ladies away. Do you know where you're going now? That's good, go for it. As soon as she starts to turn around and come back, if you could be the next one to go down. She's coming back. Walk between the 2 trees that are behind her. You can see them. And off you go. We've got Tony. I think it's just you left, isn't there? Yeah. Now, when she gets halfway towards coming back, down you go. Did anybody feel anything when you were down there? Anything at all? Did you?
Slight quiver.
It's like quiver. Where were you when you quivered?
Well, I was just before I got through the trees here. This bit before you
Right. Okay. Right. What about you?
Just before and just after the 2 trees straight ahead, I felt tingles of my fingers and up my arms.
Right, you tingles beside the 2 trees.
Beside the 2 trees.
Right, where would you get?
Just as I come round the corner from the 2 trees.
2 trees.
And I felt drawn to the dog path that leads up that side.
Right, okay. Jim, did you get anything at all, honestly?
A slight flutter at the top of my stomach just before I went through the 2 trees.
Just before the 2 trees. Did you get anything?
Didn't get nothing, no.
You got nothing at all. Now, out of... did you get anything that time?
Like clockwork.
Like clockwork. And where is the energy path?
You know where everyone turns left and comes through the trees? It's to the right of that, just over the mound, and it's just like the warmest feeling through your chest. Lovely.
And it's just beside the 2 trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a flutter. A note.
Odd one out.
No, I don't mind that at all. No. And to be quite honest, to get as many people to hit it spot on at the same time. And the reason why I didn't want to say, oh, it's just beside the 2 trees, is because I wanted you lot to find it. And you found it.
12 listeners, 1 castle. Will they believe?
We're going to go in now. We're going to carry out a ritual in front of the castle. But before that, how do you see spirit? Let me explain it to you. Because it isn't easy. And an awful lot of people think that because they haven't seen a ghost, there's nothing there. Now, my whole life turned around when I first saw the first thing that I saw. And it completely freaked me out because it made me feel like a fool. Because for all of my life, I discounted it as just, well, only an idiot or a drunk person or somebody on drugs could ever possibly see a ghost. And trust me, if you have an experience anywhere tonight and you say, I saw this and I felt that, people will demean you because they haven't had that experience. So how do you see them? In mirrors, in reflection, is the easiest way to see spirit. Also, you've got to use your peripheral vision. The cones on the sides of your eyes, if you hold your arms out straight and you wiggle your fingers, I can see my fingers. I'm holding up 2, I'm holding up 1. I can see them, although I'm looking straight ahead. I'm actually looking at you, but I can see my fingers. And you can all do that too. Use your peripheral vision. Now, the trick in the way to deal with spirit, if you see it quite often, it's a dark, moving shape, and you just see it out the corner of your eye, and probably around your homes or in work, or you'll have been somewhere and you think, oh, there's something there, what is it? And you'll spin your head round and there's nothing there, it's gone. Now the reason is because you can see it with the corners of your eyes, but you can't see it with the center of your eyes. So as soon as you turn around, you've lost it. But if you're clever and you've got to work on this, there's little dark shadow, he's moving. Oh, he's moving that way. So you move your head gently and you keep them in your peripheral vision and you can follow them. And the longest I've ever managed to do was for 45 seconds. And it felt like 3.5 weeks, trust me, because your heart's bursting through your chest and you want to get the hell out of there. And there's a dark thing and it's moving. Now in the torture chamber, it's renowned for dark things moving around, fleeting, fast and quick. And sometimes, the reason I ask you not to use torches, and if you're using cameras, you've got light in there. And I always say, concentrate on where you are and what you're doing. Don't concentrate on looking at that. You're concerned with machinery. This has nothing to do with machinery. This is older than that and far more wonderful. So I want you to get as much as you can. Use your peripheral vision. Use all of your body. Use your, if you can, in a room, if it's warm enough, and no room in a castle's warm, if it's warm enough, roll your sleeves up. Take your coat off, put it on a chair, chill. But try and stay in the area where they've put you. Now, there are cameras in some of the rooms. I don't want you to be a TV star here. Hello. Trust me, it won't be used. Those cameras are there to capture what's happening now in the castle. We've already had stuff happen in the castle today. Last time we came doing a scout for this, we had teeming of a few thousand insects swarming in one room, bats flying, noises, people walking, crunching. This castle doesn't care. It really doesn't care that people are coming in. When I went into this castle today, it's like coming home. It's like Alan's doing it because he believes in it, and I do. And if you respect it, them, whatever, you get a bit of that back. You go in there with a snotty attitude, you might get something, you might not get something. You might get something nasty too. So all I ask you to do is be open-minded. Use all of your senses. You might smell something. You might get a taste in your mouth. You might feel something. The Great Hall, out of 5 people we put in there last time, 4 people were touched on the face, touched on the head, cheeks stroked. Great Hall. In every room there is things that's happened to somebody just within the past year or so. So what I want you to do is get ready, listen, smell, taste, touch. Open yourself up for it. The more that you are open, the more you'll get out of tonight. I don't want anything fake. I don't want any false histrionics, because there's cameras here. If I come back and you've had nothing, I'm fine with that. Be finer if you've got everything and you've got answers, because that's what tonight's about. Sorry, mate.
You said stay where we've been put.
Yep.
Does that mean you can't walk around the rooms? Is that what you're saying?
I would say, truthfully, probably not. The only reason I say that is it's a castle. There are swords and knives and axes in every room. This is a castle that killed people, tortured thousands. And there's chairs in the torture chamber that have spikes on them, where they would put people, stick them on the spikes so they could carve their flesh off them. I don't want you tripping up and falling on spikes and hurting yourself in any shape or form. And I'm pretty sure you don't want that either. So you stay put, you stay where you are. We're going to be going in the castle any second now. This is Alan Robson live from Chillingham Castle. What I want you to do, this is not anything that will cause any of you any harm. What I think we should do is try and focus in inside each one of you. And I know it's wet, and I would rather that it wasn't. This is the very last thing we do before we get you in there. As soon as you get in there, you will be alone in the dark. The 5 of you that are not in the dark, you're going to be in a room and you're going to talk at a whisper. That is out of respect for the people who are in the dark. I don't want them hearing you and thinking that it's anything else. Anything you get in there, I want it to be real. Close your eyes and bow your heads, please. And repeat after me, loudly, if you would. This is merely something for your protection. I want you to focus inside yourself. I want you to concentrate. And whatever it is that you seek tonight, I want you to focus in on that, because you're looking for answers. You want to know the truth. I want you to find the truth tonight. So, we begin. As the sun now is vanished, repeat.
As the sun now is vanished,
and the darkness of a dying year descends,
and the darkness of a dying year descends,
we ask you to show us your truth.
Show us your truth.
We seek to know.
We seek to know.
And tonight we are yours.
And tonight we are yours.
In love.
In love.
In honor.
In honor.
And respect we greet you.
And respect we greet you.
Let us feel your feathery touch.
Let us feel your feathery touch.
Let us see your dark shadows.
Let us see your dark shadows.
Let us hear your whispery voice.
Let us hear your whispery voice.
Tonight we greet you.
Tonight we greet you.
And the darkness shall be our home.
Shall be our home.
Blessings be.
Blessings be.
Blessings be.
Blessings be.
Blessings be.
Blessings be.
Right, you ready? Good luck, everybody. Now, just quickly, what do you do if you see something you can't cope with? I'll be there as quickly as I possibly can. When you put you in your chairs, the people in black, that I loosely describe as ninjas, will place you in a chair somewhere. Try and stay in that chair. Now, that doesn't stop you looking around. It doesn't stop you swinging around. I ask you to look in every corner and every shadow. If it becomes too intense, shout my name. I'll be there as quickly as I possibly can. If you can't stay there a minute longer, try. I don't want you falling over. I really don't want you falling over. I want you to be safe, and I want you to go home saying, wow, we had an experience. We're going to go looking. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go into the castle, make sure that everything's ready for you. I want to make sure that the people are ready. You are not going to have 2 seconds to yourself in there. You're going straight to a room. Okay? I will point at you. You go. Now, just give me 2 seconds. Stay where you are. We're on our way. Moving up to the grand door of Chillingham Castle. Is everyone ready to lead them to wherever they have to go? Right, we have 8 people. Get ready. Athena, you're the first one, Athena. For a few moments now. I can hear footsteps coming down from what I think is the King Edward room, which is the tower on my right hand side. The first people are coming down here. I see the torch. Come to me. Don't know who this is yet. Oh, we got a couple of them too. Right, Athena, where were you?
In the Great Hall.
The Great Hall. And presumably they shone the torch around and let you have a look at it. Did anything happen at all? Did you get anything?
Slight noises. Dragging noise?
A dragging noise?
Well, how can I be sure? But I could hear things below me.
Below you?
But I was so terrified I could just...
You just kept kind of neat.
Stuck still.
So dragging noises below you.
Just like a...
All right. Cool. That's great. What about you? Did you get anything at all?
I could see a dark shadow at the corner of my eye, and I tried to follow it, but it was really quick. Disappeared really quickly.
It moved quickly, right.
Yeah, and I could hear a rustling noise.
Right.
And I asked it to show me something else, but that was quite a lot to experience.
How did you react to it? Were you all right?
Yeah, I tried to get up and move around as well to see if it could show me it was there in another sense.
Right.
But I definitely saw something at the corner of my eye, and I heard a rustling noise as well.
Did the two of them align?
No,
they were separate times?
They were separate. I heard the rustling first, and I could see something at the corner of my eye.
And where were you?
I was in the chapel.
You were in the chapel, right?
Area.
That chapel's very small as well, so
yes, it was
if you hear
tiny.
something in there, and the only way to get to it, funnily enough, is past Athena at one side,
right.
And I presume you would be in the minstrel's gallery.
Yeah.
Did you get anything? Did you feel anything? See anything?
Some dark shadows, but I wasn't sure. Could have been my eyes playing tricks.
Could have been anything? No, that's fair. That's fair. Thank you very much. Can I ask you to go into the little room on your left-hand side once you've spoken to me? The others are waiting in there. We're going to be there soon. Tony, with your hat off, because you're indoors now. Where were you?
I was in the Edward room.
The Edward room, brilliant. Anything?
No, note.
Not a thing. No sound, no nothing.
All I could hear was it like sort of heating thing keep coming on?
There was a heating thing. That we got that too. That's fine. That's honest. Thank you. Go and join them, Tony. Where
Completely amazing. You know the room with the big clock?
Yes.
It's like a clock with...
It's a museum. We call it a museum. Yes.
It was amazing. It was either a woman or somebody kind of softer-tailed or a woman that came to us. And the reason that I felt it initially was because my face went really warm on this side. So what I did was I turned my head to see if it followed, and it didn't. And it was a lovely feeling, a really nice feeling, really loving. But later on, I felt like there was someone, like a man, someone in authority, not nasty.
Could you see?
No, it's a feeling. It's a feeling.
Right.
And he wasn't a nasty man, but he was in authority in some way, because this nice thing went, and he was standing behind us here, and I felt like...
Could you see anything?
To tell you the truth, I felt like it was like something coming round us here. It was dark, and it was like he was watching us.
Did you feel threatened?
Not threatened. He didn't seem nasty. He just seemed like...
Did you sense any emotion? Did you feel any emotion?
If it was no messing with him.
Right.
But
were you frightened?
No, I wasn't frightened. Initially I was a bit. But then I just thought he wasn't... He was somebody who was doing his job, but he wasn't doing anything really bad, as far as I could feel, if you see what I mean.
And did you hear any noises whilst this was happening?
I think it was just normal sort of creaky stuff. So, but it was a nice thing.
That's amazing.
It was amazing. I love it. It's really good. I'm enjoying it. It's lovely.
She's a freak. She's a freak. That's wild. What about you?
Oh, it was definitely a bit strange for me as well.
Where were you?
I was in the room with the big table.
Oh, like a small dining area?
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Yes, there's a small dining area.
And as soon as I sat down, the whole right side of us went freezing cold. And I thought I could hear creaking of floorboards, but obviously it's a stone floor, so it wasn't.
Right.
And I could hear rustling as well, like rustling of a dress. Do you know, that sort of rustling, like a rustling noise. But I don't know. I kept thinking I could see like flashes of light out the corner of my eye, you know, just like a twinkle.
Right.
But when I turned around, there was nothing there.
But you were getting up the side of your eyes, right?
And also what I felt as well towards the doorway, I thought I could see a light underneath the door, and then all of a sudden I seemed to get like, it was like tunnel vision.
Right.
As if
the darkness at the sides were closing in?
Closing in, yeah, that's what it seemed like, as if the darkness got even darker.
Did that make you frightened?
It didn't make us frightened. Again, it was like I got a feeling like of authority there, that I was sitting in someone's chair who was very high up.
I didn't want you in his seat.
I didn't feel I really didn't want to say. I just felt that there was someone definitely sitting either opposite us and looking at us, or there was someone very close on my right hand side.
Right, wonderful. Go in, join in. Gold shoes. Are you doing all right?
Yeah. No.
Where were you?
I was in the dungeon.
Right.
And
the oubliette, the little dungeon,
no, in
the torture chamber.
The torture chamber. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
But I was fine in there.
Right.
But I felt very upset. I started to cry, and it wasn't me crying, but I was crying. I can't explain it. It was just, it was as though there was a sadness, like an emotion of sadness and crying.
And you actually cried?
And I actually cried. And
I could take some pictures, because we caught the flash while I was watching.
I took them beforehand, I think. I can't remember if I took them before or after that.
And then you had
But then I just sat there and thought, well, I'm not sensing anything.
Right.
I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah.
And then I just felt this, just starting to cry like really not shake, but like sob cry. But it wasn't me. I can't explain. It wasn't me that was doing it. I didn't feel sad myself.
Right.
You know, it was as though it was an emotion that was placed in me.
Well, you open yourself up, and if people in there will have cried and sobbed and felt that, and
it was as though the sadness came in. But can I ask a question? Is there any light that gets in that place from anywhere upstairs?
No. Absolutely not.
It's definitely black all over.
The only place that you would get light from is when we turn these on, and we turn them off only when you come out.
Because I was going to say, after the crying, I saw like a light come down the wall, come like towards me, like. At first I thought, to tell you the truth, it was like ectoplasm kind of in the air. No, but it wasn't. Absolutely. It came a bit stronger than that, and it was a light that moved, and it came down
actually physically inside.
It was as I was sitting on the chair, it was like coming down that side.
Right.
So that's why I thought, is it somehow penetrating from upstairs? There was somebody shining something upstairs or coming down?
I don't think so. Not that we saw.
Well, if it's not possible, then something was there. But it was the light. But then they came shortly after. I'm fine. It doesn't. No, it wasn't. It wasn't me.
But you could tell the difference between it.
I can tell the difference between it being me and it being just the emotion, like. I was finding myself kind of as though I was sobbing, but it wasn't me, if you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely, you did good. You did good. Right. If you'd like to go into the office at the bottom, I'm going to select a few more, but I have one more to go, and I think it's possibly the oubliette. Is it, where were you? The tiny little dungeon?
Yes. And
did you get anything at all?
A light was down on my right, and I mean, you couldn't see
it. It's pitch black in there.
Just on the floor, but when you look like around, you can't even see your hands.
But you could see something light on the floor. Did you hear anything?
And then when they came to get us, it was coming from the grill.
Oh, that's spooky.
I know.
Are you all right?
Well, I'm shaking a bit now that I know it was, because I'd reached down to try and... Well, at first I thought there was like a window or something at the top, but there's nothing in there, and you couldn't even see anything, even your hand in front of you.
Yeah.
And even when you were looking ahead, you could still see this like light. And then when they came to get us, it was coming from the grill.
Well, that's one. You got 7 more. Good luck. Go and join your friends. Thank you. It was Alan Robson live from Chillingham Castle. I'm going to send the next wave in now.
12 listeners run the gauntlet at Chillingham Castle.
As soon as the first wave started coming back, the second wave headed off into the darkness. I'm here in the amazing courtyard, completely surrounded by walls as far as the sky. It looks up, you can just see the darkness that this place seems to cling to all of the time. A very famous person, Lady Leonora Tankerville, stayed here at Chillingham and had a whole host of precognitive experiences, seeing ghosts from the First World War, people that had come back to Chillingham, Dominican abbess here, and she had a ghost visitor, a young officer who she knew to be seriously ill. After midnight, she was standing at a dressing table brushing her hair with most of her clothes lying on the sofa. Suddenly, she became conscious of this young officer's presence and the fact that she was being scrutinised by him. Before listening or even looking, her first impulse was to grab the dressing gown, throw it over herself, and then turn back, ready to hear what he had to say. But he was gone. The room was empty, and I stood alone. I told my husband that our young friend, who was still away fighting, must be dead. And the very next day, she heard that he died at the precise hour that she had seen him at Chillingham. It's a lot of really strange things. I mean, just below the floorboards of her writing room here at Chillingham, she said she kept hearing scratching from beneath the floor. They thought rats, lifted the floorboards, and they found 2 grinning skeletons that were lying against great Gothic carved stones. And the mystery to her was a sense of the occult. Strange, isn't it? Puzzling bones buried with strange tablets beneath the floor. What was going on? Well, I can tell you, we've got Wayne placed in the dungeon. We have Jenny, who I think is in the chapel. Helen is, I think, in the small room next to the museum where the table and chairs are. Jim is in the museum itself. It's very spooky there. If you go in, there's a row of lights along the left-hand top, and you get a little bit of ambient light from whatever the moon's doing on an evening such as this. But the problem is, because bats fly to and fro, and there's bats in the room flying above your head, quite often you'll see shapes and shadows of some of the statues in there. There's 2 full-sized horses in the museum, and there's also full-size mannequins. And I don't know about you, but I think mannequins can be as creepy as anything else, especially in a dark room this time of night. And we're going to be finding out what our victims have seen, if anything.
You actually spent some time in... What room did you get the most stuff in, honestly?
I think that I was saying that like the best vision I ever had was the room where I had the toys and the clock.
The museum.
And I was sat on the box, and then it seemed like the clock was ticking a bit weird. I'm always frightened being in this built class hall already, as you can tell.
I know that.
And I had me back against the wall as much as I could.
Yeah.
And then out the corner of your eye, it seemed really weird, like a woman who'd just done that with that wet hair, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't nice at all, no.
No, and also I remember you did something when you were in the oubliette where you heard a noise almost as if... Now the weird thing is, in the oubliette, the lady that's just been in there said that some strange light started coming through the grill.
No way light can go through that grill because it's pitch black. Now, what I caught on tape was sound of shackles, and that was quite prominent. I think you heard it.
We heard a noise, definitely, and you swore.
Big style, yeah.
Wayne, I'd like you to go in the oubliette. I know you didn't want to, and the reason I say this is the last time you came here, and I know you're tensing up. No, I know I didn't, and the reason I didn't was because you'd have worried about it. You probably still would have done it if I'd asked you, but the reason I'm asking you now is that when you were in there the last time, you had this amazing thing, and when you came out, you said that you felt amazing and kind of charged up with it. Now, there are people here that have, out of 3,000 odd, who are desperate to come here. You've had this amazing response. You're sitting around. I just thought we could put you in there.
You didn't tell me.
No. Are you prepared to do it?
The oubliette, though, I mean, that was a bit frightened about it.
I know.
No.
Well, I tell you what. Why don't Richard go with you? If once you get in there,
I don't like it. I don't want
I know. If you can you stay at the door? Stay at the try this one. He'll stay at the door now. He's 10 feet away from you. If you get to a point where you cannot cut it, you just shout to Richard, and Richard will open the door for you. I'm letting Richard loose from this. You know, the people that wanted to do it volunteered for it. When you first came, you volunteered because you didn't believe in it all. You know it now, and I know. I didn't want to set you up here, but I knew you wouldn't come if I told you this. And I know, but you ultimately you had a great experience here, and it turned It turned what you believed around. Did anything harm you last time?
No, it's just been. I mean, it's right in there, but it is when you're in here. I mean, it's so quiet in there.
I know.
Is it going to be? Are you going to be outside?
You'll be outside. Go for it. Go. Just swallow it. Go for it. Wayne is not happy. He's away to the oubliette now, the oubliette. You already know what happens to people when they're at the oubliette, and it's a heavyweight thing. And Wayne's not happy. You can tell that he's not happy. But we're going to let him go in there. I'm amazed at what's already happened in the first wave. It's been absolutely incredible. We've had a lot of people that have been doing feeling things, sensing things, black things moving. We've had a lot of incredible stuff already, and that's the first wave. The second wave's in there now. As you know, we have the BBC with us, and they are a very large fly on my wall at the present moment. And the sound recordist, I've just been called out to. What did you get?
My whole body just filled up with electricity. It seemed like every hair on my arms and legs just it nearly come through my jumper.
Really? Did you move into a certain area? Did anything happen? Did you see or feel anything other than this sudden charge?
Paranoia, looking around at every window. That's about it. Breathing. Deep breathing.
You heard deep breathing?
No, I couldn't stop breathing.
Well, you were breathing deeply.
Yeah. But just, yeah.
Did you see something fly around the top there? I don't know, there was a reflection of a bat or something there. It was a bat, was it? Yeah, we're getting bats here as well, because they come out in the rain as well. Are you all right?
Yeah, fine.
Because you've been in the courtyard a lot. If you were going to react to something that you would consider to be natural and normal, you wouldn't have got that, because you've been in the castle for a few hours now, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you haven't had a burst of electricity before.
No.
That's what makes it real. And people don't actually believe this kind of stuff until you get it. Was it a nice feeling or was it a nasty feeling?
Neither.
It was just a reaction. Intense.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Now, the thing that some people believe that is, and I don't know, you just...
Stimuli or whatever.
You hit a patch of energy, and a patch of energy either went through you or brushed past you, and you got a whack of it. And the first time it happened to me, I nearly wet myself, to be quite honest. It was one of those moments where you're waiting, and I was in a dark place, nothing had happened, and I didn't... You know when you get to a point where nothing's happened and you think nothing's gonna happen, and you kind of relax? It was the moment I relaxed, it was like... And suddenly all your emotions are kind of jumbled. But good on you. So the TV crew are getting it. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to completely crunch your shot there. TV crew have just got this wave or something that's just gone through one of the cameramen who didn't think he was going to get it, but he got it. Now, what I would like you to do is to use one of these pieces of apparatus. When we send you off next, sit that on the chair next to wherever you are.
Can I leave my bag in?
You leave your bag in here, everything will be safe. The only people coming in here, and we'll have them searched if there's anything missing before you go out. No, I'm sure.
I'll just take this with me now.
Absolutely. You've still got a few minutes to go, another 5 minutes or so, but all I ask you to do is to describe everything. You'll all probably be having a go at this at some point. Describe everything that you get, everything you feel, sense, smell. Use them. Open up. The more you open up, the more you'll get. What I always say to everybody is, I'm going to discount about 90% of everything that you tell me, and I'm going to concentrate it down into a small bottle, and that's real. Now, I'm not saying that the 90% of what you experience... Oh, there's somebody shouting. I'm on the way. Whereabouts? Where is it?
Go in the first door.
I'm going down when I should be up, shouldn't I? Who's shouting? Is that Susan? Susan, stay seated. I'm coming. Susan, you shouted. What happened?
I don't know. It's horrible in here, Alan. I'm all hot.
Right.
It's really horrible.
What happened?
There's black shadows and there's something up there that's making like a, you know, as if you're dragging something along the bottom.
Right.
But not a chain, like cloth.
Like cloth?
Yes.
Like a rustling of cloth?
Yes. It's really frightening.
You said black shadows as soon as I came in.
There's a few black shadows in here.
Where did you see them?
This side.
Right.
And over there, by that, where that grating thing is there.
Yes.
That gate thing.
Right. Well, that's the door that leads down to the main courtyard where I'm standing waiting for you.
Right.
You're shaking, your hand's shaking. How do you feel? Describe your emotions. You've got a sweat on.
I have. I feel hot and sick.
It's freezing in here and you're hot with a sweat on.
I am. I feel hot.
So you are, bless you.
Sick.
Good grief, you are. You're boiling. You're burning up. I presume you want to get out of here.
Please.
Take my hand. Come on. All right, let's get out. It's very, very dark and the stairs are long. This was the first time you've ever done anything like this. You're beginning to regret it.
A little bit.
I think so. Now watch your stairs here.
Oh, yeah.
They're very narrow. Walk down one at a time. 2, 3. Turning right. You're on the narrow end, so keep nice tight hold of the wall. You're nearly out. You're nearly out. And you're there. Thanks for managing to hold your calm. Right, well done. Right, you're in the courtyard. There you go, Suze. You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have a nervous giggle now you're out.
Oh.
Now, what you have to decide at this moment is whether or not you want to continue. You don't have to stop. What I would actually do is take a beat, go in there and sit down, maybe just have a drink or something, have a nibble or something if you're not in the mood to eat, I'm fairly sure. But just sit down, relax. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Do you know, on the Night Owls programme, I hear you talking, and you're a right gassy thing. You've gone surprisingly quiet, haven't you?
I have.
Absolutely. Right. Let's get you in. Susan. Our Susan from South Shields. Oh, careful. Watch the puddle, that's all right. Susan's out early. She's had a bit of a fright. Right. I said I was worried about her. The thing that happens, you get people that are quietly confident. They tend to be the ones that you've got to really watch, because they come in and they think, well, no disrespect to Susan, she didn't come in with a swagger at all, but she just kept very, very quiet, and I just had this feeling that if anybody is going to get scared, it's going to be the quiet ones, and it was. She's all right now. I don't know whether she's going to go on. I don't know whether she's going to continue. I'm back in the courtyard. First person's had to call our name, and we got there. Just a question of waiting now. What's going on? I wish I'd heard the scream. I was trying to brief somebody to do. And no, there's something in the office. I feel guilty now, because I could have got there a little bit quicker. It's my fault. Something dark in the middle of a dark place launches out at you. I think Susan's gone. And Wayne's in the oubliette. Good grief. It was the last place he wanted to go. We're going to get him now. Wayne, it's me. It's just me. Don't worry. I'm coming in for you. Door's opening. Don't get frightened about it. Just your hand. Got it. Watch your head. Don't hit your head. I know it's narrow. Out you come. Whoa, watch your head. How you doing?
There's lights in there.
There is lights in there. What? It's impossible, though.
And the door's shut.
And the door's shut. It's pitch black, Wayne. Honestly, it's
Sit on the wood.
It's pitch black. I will go and sit on the wood, but it's pitch black now. I'm going into the oubliette.
It looks like there's...
Right, I'm in. Yeah. I'm sitting. There really is no light in here, Wayne. Honestly, mate, there's no light in here at all. It's pitch black. I'm coming back out just to have a word with you. Right, climbing out past...
So you sit on the wood.
Right.
And it's quiet and it's black.
Yeah.
But you keep looking at the grate.
Right.
The box is in a different place than what it was last time.
Yeah.
You sat there and it's... Do you know when it's so black, you can see things, if you know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
But it was that black. But then you look to your right where the foot is and it looks like it's like somebody's took a camera flash.
Yeah.
And you're left with the images.
Right.
But maybe it's me.
But that's exactly what the lady said who was sitting in there before you, that she felt like there was something light almost
Person goes in.
emanating through the hole. Are you all right to do some more of these? You game for it?
My wind's back.
Good on you, Wayne. Well done. I must admit, I didn't quite expect him to go along with that, but he is. So we've got him on track now too. That's good news. I'm heading out to the edge of the... Oh, here they come. Our next wave is incoming. We've already... If you could just stay in the warm, my darling, until I have a quick word with whoever's coming out. Oh, hello, first time. Where did you just go?
Right at the end. I don't know what it was. There were pews.
The chapel.
There was a big clatter.
A big clatter?
Oh, it was horrible. Big bang.
A big bang?
Well,
in the chapel?
In the chapel.
So you were actually in there, because it's a tiny little room.
Yeah.
And you heard this massive clatter.
Well, it was in my room.
It was in your room. Come to me.
It was right in the corner.
Where were you?
I was sat on the seat.
In the minstrels gallery? Or were you in the...
It was next to the museum.
Yeah.
All right.
With the table in front.
All right.
And it was right in the corner over the far side.
And what was it?
I have no idea, because it was pitch black.
And what did you do?
But something hit the flat. I just sat still and shouted.
I sat there and I
didn't want to get up and go and see. But...
And you obviously heard the same noise from her room. Are you all right? Because you look as if you're absolutely terrified.
It was as if there was something standing in the corner behind me at the opposite end of where this thing fell off.
Right.
And you could hear like feet shuffling, and then it stopped. And then a small light went across the window, and then this thing just fell down.
Wow. But the thing is, you got to remember, you're quite high up there. You're like 3 or 4 flights up. So therefore, nobody's going to be walking past your window.
No.
Jeepers. Jim, where were you, mate?
I was in the museum. Yes, lots of creaks, plenty of dark shadows moving around there.
God, could you see them clearly?
Yes, I could. At one point, it was as though somebody had walked past the window, but as you know how high up that is, it just sort of seemed to go. And I was like creaking noises as though somebody was walking like backwards and forwards.
In your room?
Yeah, in the room, pretty much in front of where my chair was, more backwards and forwards.
Because if there had been somebody in your room, you'd have seen them.
Oh yes, I would have been. There was a window directly opposite.
And also, you're getting a little bit of moonlight, not a lot.
Yes,
you're getting a little
it
bit
blacked
of
it all out. It blacked it all out.
You're an ex-police officer. This is on oath. You're in court now. Did that really happen?
Yes, it did. It really did happen, yes. Honest. On my mother's grave.
Right.
After I'd been in there a very short time, right in front of me, I don't know, it was a window or what? I don't know what it was in front of me. But it went all very, very dark, and then it just lit up like a real bright light.
Jeepers. And you saw this clearly?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm just need a fag.
Okay. Go into the room down the bottom. You know where you're going.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, all 3 of you. And we're just about to set off our next wave of ghost hunters. Can I just say to it, them, whatever, Chillingham, thank you. And let's have some more. If they want proof, I think you're on your way to giving them it.
12 listeners run the gauntlet at Chillingham Castle.
What we want people to experience here at Chillingham tonight has to be real. There's no other point. Now, at the present moment, I've sneaked away into one of the antechambers, and it's from here, from a very sacred place, a place where so many have lost their lives. I'm in a room now surrounded with weapons of every kind, spears, swords, shields, helmets. Shields where the various chivalrous emblems have been depicted. Battle horns. Things that have been collected from every corner of the earth. A huge man trap on my left-hand side. Even more shackles and spears hanging from the wall. There's every kind of killing gadget in this room. Massive mace with a sharpened steel, and written upon it a depiction of a bat, and it says, "Be just, fear not." And that sums up exactly what our night owls tonight will have to experience. Now, I know you're not going to believe that, but that thing that's just fallen to the floor was about a yard away from me. I've just walked over to it, and there is a nail, and it's still there on the floor, and I've put it back up, and I would please ask the castle not to do that again in a hurry. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity for you to seek for spirit wherever you live, if you have the courage. Now, your room must be in complete darkness now. Close curtains, switch off lights. Turn off all electrical equipment except the radio, so that I can keep in touch with you as I wander around this room. You need to be facing a mirror. Face a mirror, look into that mirror, and light the candle immediately in front of the mirror and stare into that space. Look into the mirror. And when I tell you, I want you to cover that mirror up with a cloth so that you can't see anything in that mirror. All electrical equipment off. That's videos, that's televisions. We don't want any interaction with anything of that kind. And if anything does happen, then you will know it's something that you've kicked off yourself. Now, this is something that will not stay with you, will not cause you any problems, but hopefully will give you a glimpse into another world. I want you to focus in your mind's eye on opening every door that is therein. Everything that you've ever believed, I want you to push to one side for a moment and just consider the possibility that there may well be truth in this. For I tell you there is. And you will see spirit tonight. I'm going to read you a rhyme. I'm going to read each line, and then you are going to repeat it. And you will experience something not of this world. Close your eyes now. At the end of this rhyme, some music will be played back at the studio to allow you to explore, to look into that mirror. Mirrors allow you to see what your eyes can't. And you will see if you look deeply enough into that mirror, as the mirror shows you its secrets. What I ask you to do, no matter what you see behind you in that mirror, do not turn around. Because if you try to see it head on, your eyes will not allow you to do so, and it will be gone. But if you keep looking into that mirror, you will see. I want you to concentrate your mind. Do not break the huge chain of people that we're creating right across the north and right across the world on the web. Take your positions, lights off, candles lit. Face the looking glass that is shrouded with cloth, keeping them from you and you from them. I will say a line. You must repeat it. But for now, I ask you to close your eyes. Do not just close your eyes. Close your eyes tightly. You must have your eyes tightly shut. Feel the muscles around your eyes tightening, keeping those eyes closed. And repeat each line after I say it. In the stillness of our twilight, we seek to help those on their way. Give us a glimpse, Almighty, of the traveling ones this day. as they go forth uttering. We see the shadows stirred with souls of man and woman. We hear their whispering word. We feel their gentle, airy touch to heaven or those fiery rocks. Let them swim in your glory through solstice to equinox. We have a next wave waiting to go. They're just changing some camera positions. Some of you will be in rooms where there are cameras. Ignore them. Concentrate on what you're there for. We've already had Susan scared out of her wits. She may not be going on. We're not sure. We've had another woman that got freaked out because something happened in a room next to hers where somebody else experienced rattles and clangs and bangs and all the rest of it. And we're live from Chillingham Castle. We're in the courtyard. It's very, very dark. Wayne's got a cough. And he's going into the Edward room. Now, from my memory, the last time you went into the Edward room, you got hit in the face with a bat.
Well, not a baseball bat, but a bat.
No, a bat.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's a bat. Did you see that? Swooping round. They're directly above our heads. The bats are starting to fly, and they're freaking people out in the courtyard here. They're swooping down below us. As soon as I mentioned bat, it was their cue, and down they came, directly over our heads. Is anybody frightened of bats? You love bats. I think bats are very groovy. You don't like bats so much.
I'm okay.
You're okay. Yeah, there was a look on her face that said, it's like a duck paddling. It's like, I'm okay.
From my memory, isn't the Edward room the bed with that had the coal silhouette?
Yes, and it was the balcony upstairs.
I always thought, I never thought I'd be back here again.
Right.
But I always wanted to lie on the bed and wonder what I'd experience.
Lie on the bed and get it, but then go back to your position. Okay, on the chair, because you're in the centre of the room and we want you to get as much as you can. But certainly do that. That's fine. I just thought that was amazing that the bat just happened. We mentioned Wayne's bat and down it came, almost as if to say, here I am. Anyway, the next wave is going to be going in at any time now. We've already got Susan, who's absolutely petrified. Don't know whether she's going on. There's another lady that experienced your clatter. Yeah. That clatter, was it literally something that was thrown off a wall or something?
Yeah, it was as if it was standing on something, and it isn't an ornament because it hadn't smashed. It's as if somebody had a stone and dropped it on the floor.
In the room?
In the room, in the corner of the room.
So nobody could be in that room to do that?
No, definitely not.
So what was it?
I have no idea, but it was as if somebody walked up behind me, behind the chair, and stood in the corner because there was like a dark shadow. Then something went across the window, and seconds later this thing just fell off. I don't know what it was, but it made...
Why did you not excrete? Seriously, why didn't you scream and yell and... I would have done.
Because I was expecting something to happen. It normally does wherever I go.
So it's you.
It's me.
It's not the castle, it's you. Brought the wrong one with us, that's the thing. Cheapers. Are we ready? Okay. Our next wave's going. We've got people in black who are pretty much invisible, leading our folk off into the darkness. Oh, hang on, someone's quitting. Hang on, my darling.
I'm dropping out of them.
You're dropping out? Are you sure? That's all right. It's okay. Hey. Hey, you came here to see something and you had an experience. It was a bit much for you, eh?
I didn't think it would be like that.
You didn't think it would be as intense?
No. Coward, aren't I?
You're not a coward.
I am.
No, you didn't. You just didn't know it was going to be the way that it is. You seem to... people have different ideas of what it's going to be like.
When I saw the bright light, I thought, I'm going to sit through this.
Yes.
Sit through this. And then there was that big bang, and that just did it.
Yeah. Okay, hey, now the thing is, you're shaking. if you have to sit in there with your pals for an hour or so, will you be all right? That's all you're going to do. That's all you're going to do. Hey.
Just feel as if I've let you down.
Hey, you didn't let me down. You went in. How many people have never done anything like this before? You've experienced it.
But
You've had
they're
a bit
all
of
going back, I'm not.
Yeah, you'll not be alone by the end of tonight. Hey, don't. The difference here is you had the courage to go in the first place, when the vast majority of people who don't believe, they don't. You went in and it just really shook you up, and it wasn't what you expected. I'm proud of you. Nobody's going to judge you, because I won't let them judge you. Hey, you go and you have a drink. The cigarette didn't help, did it? No. Okay, get yourself in there. You're done for the night. Don't worry, that's fine. The other person I'm worried about is Susan. This lady's dropped out. This lady is going nowhere. She's done. She got too much of a fright, and that's fine. Susan, you've got them little eyes looking up at me. I have a sneaky suspicion you might not wish to continue.
No.
Are you done?
I'm done. Sorry, Alan.
Hey, Susan, it's cool.
I've done it.
You've done it. You've been in there, and you had a lot of stuff going on in there, you know?
I did. It's not nice. That room is not nice. It's awful.
Do you know what? You have listened. You've been a listener, a night owl, for a long time, and we love you. And we don't. And it's like the other lady concerned. You know, you feel like I'm letting you. You aren't letting me down. You made me proud. You've never involved yourself in anything like this before, and you've listened to a lot of it. Why did you decide you wanted to give it a go?
Just to see if there was something, and there is.
That's the thing. Sometimes when you don't believe it, and then you see it, and you got the shock of your life, darling. But you don't have to worry anymore. You're done. Okay? Okay. Hey, don't think this is not letting me down. This is kind of what I expected. You know, you take 12 people, not everybody's going to be able to have the fortitude to kind of carry on. It's a different kind of fortitude to bravery. It's not a question of courage. It's a question of you get to the point where you don't think you can cope beyond that lane. You actually found it too. The only difference is you shut it in yourself and you said, not moving, I'm staying here. You just dealt with it a different way. You kind of locked it up and you didn't look. That's fine too. People deal with it in a different way. But it's cool. But nobody's going to judge you badly. No.
Could I go back to that room with somebody else? Because I really think I'd like to do it again. Would that happen?
I make the rules. You can do what you like. You want to go there physically with someone else?
Somebody else.
Okay, I'll put you in there with one of the other people next time round as it goes. That's cool. Oh, hang on. Somebody's shouting. Excuse me. I've got to move. Somebody's shouting. Alan. Where did that come from? Which way? Museum. Is that top of the stairs? I'm coming. Come on. Gotta get up the stairs to the museum. It's a long way up. I'm coming. Somebody's screaming my name up here. Travelling. Oh my goodness. Are you all right?
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's horrible.
What's happened?
Well, just that thing there.
What thing?
That machinery thing.
There's like a clock in the middle of the room.
No, but that thing there, like made clanking noise.
Come in.
And the room was really dark to what it was. You could see light coming in before, and then that swirled around, clanking, and then just the room was starting to go dark. I don't like it in here.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just shaking a bit now, like, but I couldn't. It was, you could see some light when we first come in,
yeah.
And then when that clanked and that, so just the dark was coming in.
That is just a clock.
No, that there.
That's a clock. Yeah.
All right. Well, when it made a clanking noise, and then
stuff happened.
The room went dark.
And you freaked.
Yes.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Watch your step on the way down. Let's get you out now. You don't have to stay, but be very careful on the stairs. Emma, could you guide her down, please? Thank you. Castles are a lot of steps up. Castles. I was beginning to wish that if somebody was going to get freaked out, let them get freaked out on the ground floor. All right. You all right, lads? Yeah. The sad thing is I do. That's what makes it worse. Right, we're moving down. That lady's freaked. The stairs on these floors, they go down a long way, and they're curving round. We've got to try and keep the voice down because obviously there are other people in other places through there. We're on my way downstairs now. Somebody else got freaked and I was up those stairs like a whippet. And yes, it's out here. We're live in Chillingham. That is fab. Oh, what a night. What a night. It shall be etched bold in legend wherever men revel and quaff. That lady, she heard some major rattling and crazy noise, and then the room completely turned from light with kind of the light we've got here going through the windows, and you do get a little bit from the sky because we've got a moon behind cloud just above us. The room suddenly just turned completely black, and she just lost it and she shouted, and we had to go running. And I must admit, if all of the things that are... Do you hear that? We're even getting noise when we're out here. 90%, 10%, we're getting great things. This castle's not let me down again. You just knew. You just knew. I'm just hoping that everybody gets it. We've had 2 people quit now. We're now down to 10 plus Wayne. Somebody just shouted, Alan. Which direction? Is that you? Whoa, 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 whoa. Right, what's happened?
Someone's just spoke in my ear.
Spoke in your ear?
Yeah. Oh God, I'm shaking like mad.
Right. Somebody just spoke in your ear. You've got somebody in there. What did they say?
I don't know. It was just like a...
Like a breath kind of thing.
Like that.
In your ear?
Yeah.
And where were you?
Just sitting
Minstrel's Gallery?
Just sitting on the seat there.
Right, was that the chapel or the Minstrel's Gallery?
The Minstrel's Gallery.
Minstrel's Gallery, so you're overlooking the thing?
I'm mad.
Right. Was that the only thing that happened?
I felt like I could hear tapping on the seat next to where I was.
Right.
Tapping, like as if someone was tapping their fingers.
Right.
And then I just... it was like, just like... in the air.
Yeah. You're right. Right, let's get you down. Let's get you down. Watch your step. Be real careful. You're not far from the courtyard. You're nearly there. Jeepers, that was nasty. Down you come. Another 2 and you're there. 3 steps down. Yeah, it's no, don't feel daft. What you got was real. That's cool. Right. Feel a bit better to be out.
I'm glad I got it. It was, I think, it was a shock.
Yeah. Because you've handled everything that we've had so far pretty well. Why was that a bigger shock to the other stuff that you had?
I don't know. I think it's because it wasn't just like a breath.
Right.
It was actually
more
like
prolonged.
a voice. Yeah.
Right. Man or woman?
I felt like it was a woman. Thinking of it, it was like a help.
Whoa.
That sort of thing.
Shivers.
I'm
and that was real.
Shaking.
That was real.
That was real.
That was real. Get yourself in there. You're gonna be alright.
I'm
a bit too heavy for you.
A bit.
Yeah, I understand. No, congratulations. You're out here to see stuff. She got it. She needs a tab. It's a northern expression. The weird thing is, but next to the Minstrel's Gallery, people often say that they send stuff just off to the side, and that's exactly where it was. And she felt that she got this voice. She's freaked. I thought that if we did this, I'd maybe be shouted off maybe once. This is madness. I did ask for it to show off, and it's it's bodacious, is what it is. Castle, we have a dozen night owls in terrifying dark places. Let's see what's going on.
Okay, I can't see a thing. It's absolutely pitch black in here. I'm just gonna take a couple of deep breaths and get settled. Okay. Okay, so if there's anybody in here or anything in here which would like to make itself known to us, please can you do so? If I'm making a noise, a light, there we go. Just seen an orb, thank you. Okay. An orb right in front of me, a quick flash again like I saw in the torture chamber. Anything else at all, please? Okay. Anything at all? Okay, I'm just gonna get my breath back. There we go. Okay. Oh, I thought that was footsteps. It's not, it's okay. Okay, I'm just gonna get up, have a little walk around. If anybody's here, please can you let yourself known? Can you make a noise? Make a bang, anything, let us know that you're here. Just walking around the table. Any sign at all, please, anything at all. Just let us know. Okay, I'm going to sit back down. And I'm going to be quiet and see if I can hear anything. Or see anything. Okay, I saw orb there. So a little flash right in front of me again. Come on. I know you're here. I know something's here. I've seen your flashes. If you wish to make yourself known, can you please do so? I can see lights in front of my eyes. I don't know if that's just my eyes are just into the dark. Oh, there we go. I've seen an orb. Just come from the ceiling down to the floor. Oh, there we go. Some more flashes. That's brilliant. Keep it coming, please. Come on. Anything else? I want you to prove to me that you're here with me. Come on. I'm not scared. Really. Please, come on. There's plenty of orbs going around. Just flashing very quickly. Right next to where the elephant fireplace is, just near there. I'm just going to try and be quiet again. Let's try and listen. I'm going to hold out my hand. Is there any way you can touch me on my hand to let me know that you're here? Any signs? I know that you're here. I believe you're here. Yes, I can see your orbs. That's brilliant. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Please keep it coming. Come on. Again, I can see blocks of light in front of my eyes. Oh, there's an orb. That was an orb. Another one. There's plenty of them around this corner, just where the fireplace is. I'm going to stand up and walk over there. See if anything would happen. Please can you let yourself known if you're here. Oh, I heard a noise behind me. Sound like a footstep or a knock. Anything else? Please, come on. Shit, I got back my seat. Shit, with my... Oh, God, sorry for the swearing. Okay, I sat back down. I'm turning around to see if there's anything behind me. It's absolutely pitch black. I can see the outline of some space behind me. I can see quite a few outlines of all the weapons behind me as well. The candles on the table. It's very, very dark in here. I'm just looking around me again to see if I can see anything. Oh, there we go. I saw an orb right next to the door in front of me. It was a very quick flash. Can you make a noise? Can you make a noise? Oh, I saw an orb flash past me. Okay. That's brilliant. Brilliant, we're getting orbs at least, that's something. Brilliant. Come on. Is there... Oh, there's another orb of flash in front of me. Okay, thank you very much. Can you make any noises? Can you make any noises at all? Hello? Please. If you wish to, can you make a noise? Tap, bang, rock, anything you can do. Please do it, please. I saw another orb. Thank you, but is there anything else you can do apart from do an orb? Shit, bloody hell. Okay, that's me out of here, guys.
It's amazing. We've got 2 people that have dropped out. We've had somebody that's had a voice in her ear saying help, and it totally freaked her out. She didn't sense anything coming at her. It just hit her straight in the head. She's out of here now. She's in there waiting. We've got some people that want to go in rooms, but only if another person can come with them, because they're starting to really get a bit unhinged. We're waiting for the next wave to come down. Every wave we've had so far, we've had reaction. Never thought for a second that to put more people in the castle, you just get more reaction. I thought it would, if stuff happens, it would be slight and minor. We've had huge stones and rocks being dropped in a room right next to somebody, things moving past windows that are on the 4th or 5th floor, and people are coming out to see me now. I don't know who it is, but I'm about to meet them. Come to me. Oh, it's Tony. Hi, Tony, where did you go?
I was in a small dining room.
Small dining room. Anything?
Yeah, it was...
Tony, you've had nothing from you,
nothing,
mate.
Nothing from the first 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden it went deathly cold.
Right.
After you rescued the lassie from the next door.
Yes.
Sort of calmed down at that, and then it just went deathly cold. Like icy, like really...
You could really tell a temperature difference.
Taking your breath away sort of cold.
Really?
And it just felt as if there was somebody standing right in front of us the whole time after that.
Right.
Couldn't actually see anything, but
you just knew it. You felt it's like if there's somebody in the room, you close your eyes, you know if there's somebody there.
Yeah.
But you got a definite temperature.
Cold, absolutely.
Went right through you.
Absolutely feel like I've been standing in a freezer. It's that cold, really.
Tony, you have been solid as a rock, and at last you got a little something. Right. Good lad, thank you very much. Tony's getting it. Come to me. Oh, ginger one.
Hello, fellow redhead.
There you go. Where were you?
I was in the torture chamber.
Torture chamber. It's pretty intense in there.
It was okay.
Even with the lights on, what did you get? Anything?
Yeah, I saw some little, very tiny orbs, very, very bright, flash in front of me.
Moving?
No, just flashing, literally flashing, like quite sparkly almost.
Right.
And I was asking for something else, and I think I saw in the Iron Maiden, I think I saw a light inside there.
A light?
And like the top half.
Yeah.
And again, just orbs. And I was asking for more. I really wanted some more, but I was happy with that. So it's the result.
You've had a fair bit.
I have. I've been lucky.
Did you? The last lady felt emotion as if she was upset, and she actually had a few tears in there. Did you draw any of that?
No.
You got
didn't
nothing.
Pick up on that. I just saw the lights in front of me.
That's cool. Did well. Wayne. Edward room.
Yeah.
Last time you were in the Edward room, you had
no bats, thank God.
No bats this time. Did you get anything?
It was very silent. The bats did start to flap when the bell chimed.
Right.
I was a bit... it's really weird. This is like contradicts myself. I'm very at ease.
Right.
And I'm speaking and I'm like, God, it's, come on, let me hear something.
Right.
But nothing. But, if there was a camera in there, I'm hoping they'll see me I'm sat on the chair and I'm leaning across to where the table is.
Right.
You know when you can smell cold?
Yeah.
It's like
that
cold draft, and I kept going like this and feeling it, and that was definitely colder
than where
the rest of the room. And I got off and I did feel the bed, and I felt it with the back of my hand because the sensors are a bit more.
Absolutely.
And it was fine, but there's a sheepskin rug.
Yeah.
Ice cold. I'll be interested to know if anyone else has felt it.
Right.
And I had to feel it again. Ice cold.
And it should be the same temperature.
Should be the same temperature, yeah. But besides that,
nothing major.
No, it's peaceful, but it just makes you want to. I think it's good in a way.
Do you notice at the very beginning you're saying I don't want to go in there? Now you're saying bring it on.
Yeah, no, I'd like to see more. I mean, I'm not as frightened now
because you know what's coming.
Uberlet freaks me out totally.
Right.
I think it's every kid's been locked in a room by accident, and that freaks everybody out. But no, I mean,
you're all right.
I'd like to go somewhere it's notoriously the most active place.
Might get your wish. Good lad. Well done. Now, where were you?
I
was in the chapel.
The chapel? Chapel's very small. Did you
Yes.
get anything at all there?
I did, yeah, there was much more. It was,
You started slow, didn't you?
Yeah, there was a glow in front of me which I couldn't figure out what it was. But it was there constantly, the whole time I was there. But at one stage, the whole room lit. There was a flash and the whole room lit.
Inside?
Inside, the whole room lit.
Because you know yourself,
Just-
the only light
it
in
was
there, there's a window to the opposite side of the castle.
It was pitch black, and there was a square-shaped glow in front of me, which was there constant.
Yes.
But sort of, 10 minutes into the sit, there was the whole room. There was just a flash, a bright flash.
And then you could suddenly see
I could
everything.
just suddenly see everything. And there was something over in the right-hand corner. Just moving, something. Every so often, a slight movement in the right-hand corner, which I don't know what that was, but...
You were frightened?
I was frightened. The flash, definitely. I wanted to be there. I wanted to stay there. Because that's what I'm here for.
Absolutely.
I want to be here, and I just sat there and sort of hoped nothing else happened. But it was okay. I was frightened, but I was okay. Felt all right.
Good girl. Good on you. Well done. Come to me. The last place you went, practically the building was falling apart. You had rocks falling and crumbling. What did you get this time?
I was in the oubliette.
Oh my goodness.
It started off all right, and then I got the impression of somebody small sitting in the corner, down to the right-hand side, and like scratching on the door, and I felt sick, and that eased off.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, like
a proper scratching
on the
noise?
door, yeah.
Jeepers. On the door, just the inside door to you?
On the inside, as if you were scratching to get out.
Now, if you think about that door has a little chamber beyond it, then there's another door, and then you're out. Now, you would have heard, because it's wooden floors as well, so you'd have heard somebody walking across there and getting in and opening everything. You didn't hear any of that?
No, there wasn't anything like that. It was as if
Can you explain how you heard that scratching? Was it you?
No, I sat on that seat and I stayed very still. My left hand is hot and my right hand is cold, and I had that one over the grill. Yeah.
That is freezing. That's warm.
Yeah, and I had that one
weird.
over the grill in the floor.
Right. And that's where the body is, of course, the open grave of the young girl.
Yeah, that's right. But there was definitely something sat down in the corner.
Could you make out what it was? Was it a person?
It was...
Because you mentioned a small child.
To me, it was as if it was a little boy.
Right.
About age 9, 10. Just sat in the corner.
Well, to be honest, they killed children there too, so it wasn't just,
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Good luck. Can't make your way. Well, we're getting there. And it's time for me to select another 8 people. So we're going to set them off again. Let's go and find some more victims.
Listeners, 1 castle. Will they believe?
Well, what a night Chillingham Castle has lived up. It's gone far beyond our expectations for a night such as this. And we sweltering under the lights here in the courtyard. The lights come on to allow the people to come out so they don't trip and fall. There are cannons on the ground. I'm standing directly now looking up at the stairs that lead up to the Great Hall. There's a balcony above made of stone balustrades, and you can't even see the architecture of the top of the castle, for the lights are in your face. I can hear somebody's door opening on the right-hand side. They're coming down from all towers. We've never put as many people here into Chillingham Castle before, and I must admit it worried me, because if you put a lot of people in, you're hearing people chatting, they're talking, and they're conversing between each other. Even behind me there's people chatting now as we speak. The people that are not active at present. This castle is active though, can't deny that. Everybody's getting something. Sometimes it's subtle, really subtle, and it really freaks you out, because sometimes it's not the grand gesture that seems to make people terrified. It's the small gesture. The first people are heading towards me now. I'm going forward to join them. Come to me, please. Now, where have you just been?
Been in the Great Hall.
The Great Hall is like what, as far as you're concerned? Did you get anything?
Very dark. I saw lots of orbs again. Quick flashing orbs. Some orbs dropping down from the ceiling in front of me.
Right, but you could physically see them move?
Oh, I could see them move.
Right.
And again, lots of flashes.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm happy again with that.
Okay, is that as much as you got? Did you hear anything? Did you feel anything?
That was it.
You just saw the orbs moving?
Just saw the orbs
Excellent,
moving.
thank you very much. In you go. Right, Come to me.
Been in the little dining room.
The little dining room where somebody had let a stone fall to the floor just prior to you getting in there. Yeah.
They all seem to be getting it before I get there.
Bless you.
No, there's all I could hear was that clock from the next room.
From the museum, which is over the thing.
Yeah.
Feel anything, sense it? Because the one thing that impressed me about you is in a place where there was a lot of suffering, you really got it.
Yeah.
You felt it.
I felt things were really starting to happen for me in there.
Right.
Because, as I say, it wasn't just the emotion.
Right.
I saw, you said that no light was coming in.
And you saw
there was a definite moving light coming down the wall from the far end towards me.
And there's no source of light in there?
If there's no source of light in there, then that's where I had my best thing, definitely, because the emotion was there and that.
Well, I'm telling you that there are going to be 3 more missions beyond this and then we're done.
Yeah.
Then we're clear. So you go get yourself a break.
Yeah.
Well done. Thank you very much. Jim, where have you been?
I've been in the dungeon.
The dungeon?
Yeah.
No, the torture chamber.
Torture chamber, yes. Also,
That one.
I've got a headache.
No, you've got a headache?
Yes,
You're
I
the
have.
second person to come out of there with a headache. The young lady before had a migraine headache.
Yeah.
I promise you, it'll be gone within 5 minutes. It's the weirdest thing. It's like an intensity of pressure and it's hit you. Are you all right?
Yeah,
Need a
I'm
tablet
fine,
or anything?
yeah. No, I'm okay for the minute, yeah.
What did you
get? Mainly cold. Really freezing, sort of like chill to the bone cold. Then this headache came over. Couple of shuffling noises further on down the bottom end of it.
Right.
But the worst thing really was this headache. It's just a blinder. Just came out of nowhere, and I was feeling fine before I went in.
Go in there, get a drink. It will go away. The other lady's headache just smooth. It was gone. Good luck. Thanks, Jim. Oubliette woman. How'd you get on?
The smell was absolutely horrible.
What smell?
It was just like a sewer, a horrible, rotten smell.
You're not responsible for doing anything in there.
No. Right. And it just made us feel so depressed and low and, just totally sick to the stomach.
Did you get any light from any source? Because some people have said that there was light in there.
I thought I seen what I would have thought was an orb, but it seemed like it wasn't bright. It just seemed like as if it was a bubble that went up the wall. It wasn't like really white.
Right.
Just out the corner of my eye, but it was more the smell. I could smell something, yeah.
Athena.
Nice.
That was nice.
It was calm.
Where did you go? Oh, the chapel. The Catholic girl loves the chapel.
It was pitch black, but then there were bursts of light, green light. Like there was like a column of it, like a brief flash like that.
Yeah.
So I thought it was something coming through the window, like a light from outside.
Like green lights come through your window. It doesn't make any sense, does it?
My friend Jill said, she said I had a burst of light in the room.
Yeah.
Then it's pitch black again, and then again, just a greeny.
Yeah.
A few bursts, but
you felt calm and you felt
lovely and
warm.
secure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Glad it did. Thanks, darling. Off you go. Come to me. Where were you and how'd you get
The
on?
Minstrels Gallery.
Right.
Just really heard creaks.
Right.
And odd times, about 4 times, there's all water was driven.
Right, well, in fairness, it's been raining outside,
Yeah.
so you could have been getting that.
But it was just like one drop and then nothing for a long time and then...
But you weren't frightened, you weren't freaked or anything?
No.
You all right?
Yeah.
Still? Because you got scared
Yeah,
before.
I did
You all right?
before, but I'm all
Good
right
girl.
now.
Off
Thank
you
you.
go. Good. Come to me. Right, where were you?
King Edward's room.
King Edward's room is a good one.
I felt very intimidated, very controlled, and I couldn't look over there because my left-hand side was kind of facing the main chair at the end.
Right.
And I had a bit of earache and stuff, and the side of my face felt warm, but I was too scared to move, to be quite honest
Right,
with
so
you.
you stay on the bench, there's a bench thing there.
Stayed there and looked. I looked over that way a few times, then I kept my head down, but there was one thing I noticed. You know, when you change stations on the radio and it's a bit muffled, it was that sort of thing, but really quiet, and I don't know if it's because I couldn't pick it up because I'm not open enough.
Right.
Oh.
But you were getting some kind of sound, but you couldn't quite make it out. Are you okay?
But there was bats in there, that was the worst thing.
Didn't like that?
No.
Well done. Hi, Tony, how you doing? Where have you been?
Been in the museum.
Right, anything?
Just some minor noises, but the clock's just all encompassing. You go in and it's just ticking, and 5 minutes later it's like boom, boom,
So it's not ticking, but
gets louder and
gets
louder.
in your head kind of thing. So apart from the actuality of the clock, nothing?
Just like I say, there's a few minor noises at the far end of the room, but it's hard to tell over the top of the clock.
Because your head just gets into expecting the next tick.
Tick,
It's kind of
all the
like a
time.
torture.
It is. It's just like I say, it gets louder and louder the longer you're in there.
No temperature drops in that place, though?
No.
And you're feeling quite comfortable with it?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Good. You got more to go. Thanks a lot, Tony. Cheers. Well, that's the reality of Chillingham. Sometimes you get it, and you certainly don't get a coconut every time. You can't dial them up. But at least we're getting the real feelings. I've just seen a bat flying through the lights as well, which is beautiful. It's a fantastic castle. We've got 3 more to go. What are we going to get? On to bring an end to the Gauntlet experience. Alan Robson with you live in the main courtyard. Directly above my head there are 4 torches burning. No, 3, I tell a lie, one's gone out. And beside the huge metal gates that lead to the inner door. This actually originally used to be a portcullis about 3 or 4 feet further out that used to descend from the ceiling. They've now put in smaller gates that are easier to open and close, and they don't have as much mechanism that can go wrong. On the wall there's a huge man trap. We're waiting for the next wave to come back to us. Wayne's been in one of the rooms. We're going to be finding out if he got anything. We have so much that's already happened. Anything else is absolutely the cherry on the cake. The bats were flying around before. Haven't seen them for a little while. But I hear noises as if someone's coming out. So we'll find out who it is, find out what their experience is. I hope things have been working for you in your home if you've been trying to seek spirit this evening. Coming out first is Jim, who I think's been in the chapel.
In the chapel, yes.
How'd you get on?
Fascinating. The whole altar seemed to be like glowing, like there was like a light around it, a very faint light, and there was little wisps of light moving like backwards and forwards from it. And I had a pain, well, like an ache in the back of my neck.
Right.
The headache's gone from before, but the ache is there now. But the altar seemed to be glowing like it had like a light around it.
And you've also been trying to catch stuff on a camera
yes,
too.
I have, yes.
Did you get anything? You haven't had a look yet?
I haven't had a chance to look at it yet.
It's going to be an interesting
I
little
hope so,
thing,
yes.
yeah. But you saw those wisps of light clearly.
Yes.
Could you make out detail? Because whether you can realise it or not, the sky is actually brightening a little bit, allowing more light into all of the rooms. Could it just have been that, or was it?
No way. No, I couldn't see any light coming in from windows at all. It was definitely small streaks, small wisps of light just moving.
Right.
As though they had their own type of life, just moving around. So it wasn't sort of like a red light moving around. It was just with a trail for all like a tiny little comet moving.
But at present you're a writer.
Yes.
Will you be writing about this?
I certainly will be, yes.
I think so. Good lad.
Okay,
off you go. Come to me. Where have you been?
In the torture chamber.
Torture chamber is an interesting place. You got a camera as well.
Yes.
What's happened?
Well, there was an orb. I had the camera aimed at the door.
Right.
And it was flashing on and off and on and off. I moved the camera away, fetched it back, there wasn't anything there.
Right.
Went back round the other side, fetched it back, and there was 2 of them.
Right.
Went on and off and on and off. And I moved it around again, and then one of them went black.
Right. And you saw this clearly?
Yeah.
And you caught it on camera?
It's on here. It's like a bright light switching on and then switching off again and switching on and switching off, and then there's one bit where it's on bright and it just disappears completely.
Did you get any sense of a feeling in there, or did you see anything else moving other than the orb things?
No, just it was very, very dark and very, very cold and creepy. To be perfectly honest, that's the best way to describe it.
I can't argue with any of that, but well done, and you caught it on camera too. That makes it even better. Come to me. Right, the Sorcerer's Apprentice here.
Yes, that's right. I've been to the King Edward's room.
And
I didn't get as much as did in the Great Hall.
Right.
But I got an orb flash next to the windows.
Uh-huh.
And I got a feeling of, I was starting to, I don't know how to explain it, like something wanted to, like, coming around me. I could feel that. Some kind of presence coming near to me. I was asking something to show itself to me.
Right.
And I felt as though something was trying to come towards me, so...
Right.
But I wouldn't mind going back there later,
That's
maybe.
Good, there you go.
Thank you.
Good. No, I think it's really positive when people want to go back into a place. You would think everybody's wanting to get away from it, but no, they're coming back. Wayne? Now, you've recorded anything and everything. Now, this is one place that you actually didn't visit the last time you came to the castle.
Actually, I do remember looking at it thinking I'm not going to go in there. The last time it's adjoining to the museum, isn't it?
It is.
And I remember when I was in the museum and I wasn't having the greatest time, I could see the dining room. However, I think this is the important thing, that a lot of people come here and go. I think there are some people out there who would make stuff up, right?
Absolutely.
I absolutely felt nothing. I had a walk round, didn't feel anything, didn't hear a thing.
Right.
So nothing from here.
That's honest. Good. I see ya. Right.
I just want to second Jim's experience in the chapel before I talk about that.
Yeah, do.
Just what you said about the altar and the glow, because I thought it was my eyes in the dark. I already talked about the light, but
so you actually saw that
there
too?
is a glow around the altar. It's a strange thing.
Around religious artifacts?
Like, just like around the edge.
Isn't that weird?
It's odd, yeah, very odd.
But you heard Jim get that, and you didn't tell us that, because you were very comfortable in there.
Oh, yeah.
But you did actually see
it. I thought Jill saw it too, we both saw it. And obviously the light before, but in there...
That gives you the confidence to come out and say, I got that one actually, but I didn't want to say anything.
I didn't think it was anything, I just thought, that's
eyes playing tricks. Now, I understand that.
But it was a glow.
Where have you just been?
Just been in there, the Minstrels.
The Minstrels Gallery. Anything?
Well, there's a drip. And if you've got
somebody else has mentioned a
big
drip,
imagination, you think blood, don't you? And the antlers on the wall, I'd like to see where they came from, really.
You wouldn't want to meet the animal carrying them, though, I don't think.
A lot of noise, actually, but I'm not sure. There's a lot of people sort of going to and fro behind, I think. But I heard a lot of scuffling, and I think it's just whoever was moving about.
And that's fair enough. We do have one or two people moving cameras around and stuff, and that could well have been that. But apart from that, just drip of the blood.
And scuffle, but could be
blood and scuffle. That's not bad for a castle. Athena, you are now. Do you definitely want to do the room that you were in previously again?
Can I go with somebody and I'll do it?
Okay. Why do you feel particularly drawn to do that?
It's just that room, because it really looked sumptuous, actually, because I had the animal skin and the table was set out and I had a chair facing, and I thought it could be somebody just sat there, and I didn't dare look. And if I was with somebody, I would have the guts to actually look.
Now, do you have a preference of with whom?
Don't mind, any.
Are you sure? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we'll sort that out for you.
Twelve listeners run the Gauntlet at Chillingham Castle.
He's just closed the door in the torture chamber. It is absolutely pitch black. I cannot see my hand in front of my face. I don't know how I'm feeling. I can hear noises and that, but I think that's just people moving about outside. Oh, I've just had the most freezingest feeling all the way through us. It's getting really, really cold. God, absolutely freezing. I'm gonna be quiet, see what I can hear. I feel like I can't get my breath properly. If there's anyone in here, can you give us a sign? Is anyone in here? I've just seen a flash. Oh, can you do it again? That's it. I've just seen another flash. This is some experience. This is really, really, really weird. The tops of my legs are still freezing cold, but my hands are warm. If there's anyone there, can you just make a noise? Don't mind if you touch us, as long as you don't hurt us. I keep seeing bright lights on the walls. God, I must be mad. feel like, I don't know, I just feel like there's someone right next to us. How cold I am. The way I'm feeling at the moment, I feel totally relaxed and calm. But I feel like I'm definitely not by myself in this place. I'm in the torture chamber, and I feel like there's definitely someone here with us, right next to us. It's not... What was that? I've just heard a shovel right next to us. Shit. I feel like there's definitely someone in here. I keep seeing little lights. God. I'm getting colder. The temperature's really, really dropping. A massive pain on one side of my head. It's like a shooting pain right inside of my head. I'd love to get up and walk around, but you just can't see anything. It was being in the torture chamber. Some sort of touches on the leg.
First of all, we dragged you out of the torture chamber early. Up to the point, what did you get?
I've seen a few lights, like flashing what I'd seen before.
Right.
I also felt totally freezing cold across my knees. I mean, my hands were down here as well, and I've got no gloves on or anything.
Right.
And they were red hot. But across the bottoms of my legs was icy, icy cold.
Right.
I also got the feeling that I couldn't get my breath properly.
Right.
I felt like I was gasping a bit for air. And just before I came out, I felt like I actually felt someone touch us on the back of the leg, like something move underneath where I was cold.
Right.
It was like a rub against the bottom of my leg, and then he opened the door and I just darted out.
That moment wouldn't be a good one. Wayne, Now, you were in a great hall. What's the matter? You got asthma attack. You all right?
I was in the great hall, and that girl shouted.
Yeah.
I had one girl shout, and I thought it was the girl that I wanted. Yeah. And she was left in. It wasn't her, it was somebody else. Right. But I heard a bang. But I was.
You'd already gone by then. You all right?
So I've just got a bit of a chest on, really.
It's kind of a panicky chest.
But it was. I felt a bit bad because I don't know who was next to me. But there was a bang. Somebody shouted.
Did you hear a bang next door as well? Because she said she heard
not a loud bang, but I heard it was somebody from. I ran towards the chapel,
right,
thinking she needed some help,
right,
but it wasn't. It was somebody else,
right.
And then there was a knock, and then she started yelling.
Because we haven't found the other person who's yelling yet. We really haven't. Get yourself in. Right, now, problem is, the one thing that we asked at the very beginning was that if any members of the crew experienced or felt anything, that we'd have to ask him. Now, the man with the hairy microphone, what did you get when you got to the top of those stairs? Because something happened.
Very similar to the courtyard experience. When we came out of the chapel, I was actually cowering, trying to get in front of Dave. I couldn't look back.
You just felt there was something behind you?
Yeah, really badly.
And you couldn't look round?
Didn't want to.
Really? But you felt that absolutely solid?
I was out of there.
Because, you see, your job is to catch what's actually there.
Yeah.
That's not dealing in anything that's unreal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got that, really?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Fantastic. Well, we have one. I know. You've never had that for years. Was that just out of pure fear because other people were unhinged?
I have no idea. I was just saying to Neil.
Your eyes are damp now, as if you kind of...
No, I wasn't just that. I mean, I was more worried about them.
Right.
I went back into my chair and I was just like, you know. It's just me. I feel really. I mean, can you hear me? Just
you're wheezing. You're wheezing. Are you okay? Can you? Can you do one more?
Yeah, I can do one more. I feel really tight chested. You know.
Do you feel as if your energy levels are dropping as well?
It's like, you know, when I'm trying to take a deep breath in, it was just like really tight on my chest, you know.
Right.
And when I was sat on the chairs overlooking the spears and that.
Yeah.
And but no, I mean, heard that girl screaming. It's just like I went to run to help. So she was sorted. I went back, sat down, and then I just came.
That happened.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if I was more worried about you guys leaving. I thought, I wonder if they've forgotten about me. But
I thought, did you shout out at any time?
I didn't shout out once.
No, because I heard a noise just when I got down here, but there was so much else going on. I'm thinking, shush everybody, I might be...
I feel, you know, I'd carry on, but I just feel really
One more to go.
Yep,
one more to go. Right, let's get ready. This is our final challenge. The last part of your gauntlet. Now, I know pretty much all of you somewhere has had something. That, to me, is a miracle. Because, to be honest, my target when I started this off, I thought if we could get 4 people that got something, I would be happy. Now, only you know if what you got was real. Only you. So, what I'm going to try and do this time is get you all somewhere. Now, that might mean that we double you up in some places. For example, this lady wants to go to the Edward room. Who has not done the Edward room? Quite a lot of you. Well, I think, realistically, I think the Edward room's a great room. I would like you to go if that's possible. And I think you're a nice mixture. And Richard, could you take these 2 ladies now? Richard's in the top corner. It's a bit of a climb, but it's worth it. Right, somebody's just screamed. Point me at it.
Where are you?
I'm coming. Where are you? Where are you? Jeez. It's always the furthest away. We're going up to one of the tower rooms. Did you shout? Right, it's okay.
The clock stopped. The lights went out.
Wait. Tell me.
I've seen lots of orbs flashing all over the place. The clock went off. it stopped and I asked it to show me something else.
Right.
I've seen lots of orbs flashing, coming closer towards me.
Right.
Flashing towards me. And the clock's it stopped. Lots of banging, then it stopped.
And it started again?
And then it started again as soon as you came. Lots of noises.
That's right in front of a camera.
Right, you should get orbs. Honestly, here, right, I was asking it, I was like, more orbs, anything else, something else. Can you talk to me, anything? And that happened, so I wanted you to come in so you could just see that happening.
Can you stay a little bit longer?
Yes, I can.
Sit.
Please. The lady next door, I think she wants to go.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
It's okay, coming through. It's coming through, it's very dark. It's very dark. You're going to have to come through here with a little bit of light.
Yeah, it's black in here. Can I come in?
You've had enough?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, your eyes are full. What's happened?
No, it's just too dark and it's too oppressive in here. I don't know what it is. It's just a weird feeling. Plus, I think the girl next door with her shouting out as well. It's just a bit too much.
Right, come on. Let's get you out. No, that's fair enough. We're going to try and give everybody another 2 or 3 minutes. Can you manage?
That's fine, yeah. I'm going to try and get something else out of it.
Good girl, right. Close everything off. Lead the way, Emma, thank you. Do you know, it's always the person at the highest tower. Maybe that's why flashing blades have to be fit and their bodies have to remain a temple. That's right, so they can cope with running like great big boots up these dark staircases that wind round in circles. It's like running up a plug hole and then easing your way down again. Everything's so dark. Oh my good gracious. I'm in pitch blackness, but I'm coming as soon as I get like a few steps down. My goodness, what happened?
Okay, well, basically the clock was going slowly, then it just bang, bang, banged and...
Chapel, sorry. You're okay. We gotta go, Chapel. Good, it's all happening there, my good... I'm coming. Be careful on the stairs. The stairs are coiling round. Chapel, where are we? I'm coming. Now, the chapel was loaded. We had a few people in the chapel. We're coming through. It's just me. Don't panic. Right. Where are you? What happened?
Something's just walked alongside me and sat down.
Something walked beside you and sat down there?
Just walked along there. There was no footsteps. It felt like an air rush thing.
Right.
And the thing went up and down, moved.
Now, do you know the thing? I'm sitting and it's cold here.
It's freezing.
It's freezing here. It's warmer there.
It's cold there.
It's freezing here. It's freezing right where I'm sitting. It's bitter. Whoa. People have experienced those, like other people are sitting down in a church.
It's as if this thing moved up and down.
Right.
When I sat down.
Oh, my goodness. You've got shakes in your voice. You all right? That noticeable temperature difference. It's warm there.
It's warm.
Can you feel the warmth there?
And it's cold there.
It's cold, yeah?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You just put your hand over the front of my trousers and said it's cold, and I can't actually argue with it. That's weird.
It is. Definitely.
You freaked everybody out that's sitting just next door. There's 2 of them in there. And you freaked them out. You've had more than you could ever have expected.
I'm not easily scared, but that one did it.
Well, picked a good one. Do you want to get out of here? Yes. Let's get you out. That was amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to swap or do you... Yeah. Jim hasn't been in the chapel.
Yeah. Do you want to come in, Jim?
Come through, Jim. Do 5 more minutes in there. That's cool. Do you know when you were in here, Wayne, you said that you felt there was somebody sitting next to you?
Yeah, I'm just interested just to spend a bit.
But you know the last time you came here, you said somebody sat beside you?
Yeah.
She's just had that.
Yeah. She's cold a bit.
Get yourself in.
Yeah.
Right. Watch your step. The step's down. It's very dark. That's fine. No problem. Get what you can, Wayne. Right, it's okay. I'm coming with you. Stay where you are. Don't move. That's okay. Oh, there's torches there. You're fine. So from one tower up one side of the castle to the other tower at the other side of the castle, and right. Oh my God! Can you make your way back all right? Good girl. But this is where we're building up to the last challenge. And the one person who I expected to scream actually hasn't, and that's Athena. I thought the oubliette would cause her a problem. She's in there on her own. And I think you probably realised that tonight the unexpected is kind of the norm.
12 listeners run the gauntlet at Chillingham Castle.
Andrea, you were the first person to shout, and you're the first person I had to run and go and get.
Yes.
And then I get all the way down to the bottom of the tower, and then you shout, Alan, and I have to run all the way back up to the tower again. But why?
Well, first of all, I saw lots of orbs flashing, and I was thanking whoever or whatever it was for being with me.
Right.
And the more I said I'm very grateful, the more they flashed at me, and I took that as a good sign. And I said, anything else you can do, please just do it for me.
Right.
And the clock was ticking in the back, and all of a sudden it just stopped. It went bang, 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 bang. That's when I shouted for yourself, so you could come and see what was going on.
Right.
I mean, I was okay. I wanted to stay a bit
You're
longer.
right in the middle of a camera, so...
The camera is right in front.
So
it should
it'll
be getting
see the
something
clock
behind
as
there.
well.
And honestly, lots of orbs flashing.
So I get back down again, and then you shout, Alan, and then I run all the way back up again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Why?
Just more orbs again, just loads of them everywhere.
You know, you could have told me that when you came down. Honestly, you could, Andrea, you really could. But Andrea, what I'm going to do is almost a present, as a gift, just for you. You're going in the oubliette now.
Thank you.
Richard, oubliette. And leave her there. For as long as you possibly can. Jim, can I borrow you? Front and centre.
Yes.
Your final challenge, you were in the Minstrels Gallery. Now, there was a scream immediately behind you. And Wayne, you should come in for this as well, because you're actually a double act here.
Yes.
Anything, nothing, what?
Ice cold, freezing.
This is the Minstrels Gallery.
No, not the Minstrels Gallery, nothing.
Nothing.
The thing was, because we were sat there, we didn't see anything. So we started saying the Scots were great and stuff for a laugh. And then as soon as we started just because we were trying to get a reaction.
Right.
Then she started screaming, didn't she?
Yeah, from the chapel behind us.
I know, because we just said, we actually shocked us.
So it was your fault?
I don't know.
Sorry.
But when we went into the chapel,
naughty boys.
We went into the chapel. We thought there was.
Do it.
I mean, yet again, we thought there was light coming from where the
altar is.
Yeah.
Yes.
I decided to have a walk, and it's the moon coming through the shutters.
Yeah. Right.
But we did get ice cold, and we both could feeling.
We sat like one person apart.
Right.
Wayne was to my right, and the seat between us was ice cold.
Right.
Really
and
freezing.
The seat next to me was warm. So
it was really cold, and I was shivering.
Well, I took my jacket off, and I have not been cold all night, but I'm like freezing.
Yeah.
Just a bit cold.
So wonderful. Well, if you can just move to one side. Thanks a lot, guys. Good on you. Tony. Now, do you know, Tony, and I'm not making an egg reference because of your head, I promise you, you were the egg that I wanted to crack. Really. You're the man, because you're not moved by anything. You're a taxi driver. The stuff you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, I can only give you complete respect for having to cope with. However, you said, when you came down here, there were a few expletives in there. Where were you?
Torture chamber.
Torture chamber. Explain. What happened?
What do they call the torturer here?
John Sage.
He's just introduced himself to us.
You're kidding?
I'm sitting there in the rack, cranked.
Give over.
4 times. It cranked, then there was about 30 seconds. It cranked again.
I mean,
about another proper. Not just a little tick, a big crank. 4 times.
And did you happen to use a profane word?
I've never been so terrified in all my life.
Really? And how did you stay in there?
That's before I came here. I said if it happened, I would just sit still, and sit it out. And
did you see anything move? Because you heard the thing cranking.
Pitch black in there. You can't see out.
Could you see any darkness that was slightly darker than any other darkness?
No.
Nothing. But you did good. You got it, didn't you, Tony?
Oh, I tell you what. The first time was badly, but I haven't done it again.
Tony, put it there, man. Good lad. We cracked Tony. Yes. Come to me. Redhead. Oh, flamey hair. Oh, you went together, weren't you?
Yes.
Come to me too. Right, what did you get? Anything, nothing?
It seemed to keep changing. The light seemed.
First of all, where were you?
We were up in the Edward room.
Right.
and it was as though I don't know whether it's something to do with the cameras or not, but it seemed to keep going dark and then light and then dark and light.
Well, we turn the lights off when you're in there.
No, but I meant the camera that's set up in there.
All right, no, that...
Whether the sensor on it or something affects something.
No, it's a tiny little red light in the front. So
the room
nothing would make it white.
Nothing would make it white.
Well, it kept going darker and lighter throughout the rooms. At one point, we wouldn't be able to see the back of the room, and then we could see
Then we could see
the armour and everything.
In the back.
And the
That's
things.
Weird. Is this just your eyes getting accustomed to it?
No, we thought that at first, because when it first happened, we thought, we've got accustomed to it, didn't we?
Yeah.
But then we said, no, it's going dark
You
again.
can't see it again.
And we were looking at the windows, and the windows had consistent light all the time, so it wasn't coming through the windows at
Now,
all.
you see, this is what I loved about you right from the very beginning. If nothing happens, it's nothing happens. And then you look around to see why things happen, because I think that's really important. And you've done a bit of that too. But more importantly, you looked and you knew that the light was coming. Truthfully, the morning's coming, but it's coming slowly.
No, the light, as it went dark, the light was exactly the same coming through the windows, wasn't it? Because I said, look, it's not changed, and she says, no, it hasn't.
So it's almost like the actual consistency of the room was darkening.
Yes, it was going dark, so we couldn't see across the room, and then it was lighting, so we could see all the room more or less.
That's a result.
And it happened a lot.
The chandelier.
Chandelier as well
kept
was
moving.
They say there were a constant draft in there, but it didn't feel cold.
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Because it was constantly moving.
Constantly moving.
All the
The
time.
chandelier's moving.
The chandelier is moving, I should say...
Inch and a half.
Yeah,
Just rocking backwards and forwards
just
all
moving,
the time.
all the time.
Right, okay. So your version of nothing happened is the chandelier's moving and the room consistency is turning dark and light, but there's nothing. What's your living room like, woman? Where do you live?
I didn't see anything for.
No, okay, fair enough. But thanks a lot, ladies. Well done. Thank you. Who haven't I talked to yet? Oh, I haven't talked to you. In you come. Where were you?
I was in the small dining room.
Small dining room. Anything?
Other than the camera making a funny noise, no. But then the girl in the other room in the museum screamed.
Freaked. And that was the end of you?
Me, yeah. Well, it was when she asked the clock to stop, and it did, and that was it.
You heard her do that?
Well, I heard... She constantly spoke, and she was constantly asking for things and asking for orbs and asking for signs.
Oh, I bet that made you feel so happy.
Well, I could hear the conversation all the time, and then she said, can you maybe make the clock stop? And it did, and then she screamed, and so I was out of there.
Now, can I just tell you that clock is clockwork? You wind it up and it works. It's not like you can go, press a button and it's electric and you can switch it off to stop it. That's
yeah.
But you see, the reason that you were there, Gillian, was you were the confirmation.
Yes.
Because you can
I'd
prove
been in
it.
the museum, and it was fine when I was in there, so I
But
think
you didn't tell the clock to stop
no,
now, did you,
that's
Gillian?
why it freaked me, you see, because it didn't happen.
You
when
just
I was
weren't
there.
trying hard enough. Yeah, your disappointment to me. Off you go. Athena, come in. You were in a dark hole. You were in the oubliette.
Yeah,
you get in without scratching your head.
It's a bit like being buried alive, it is. It's just like the walls are absolutely right in front of your face.
Yeah.
It's like being entombed. It's horrible. But
Did you feel anything?
Just a smell.
Now, do you know, people have been in there without any smell, and they say there is no smell in there. What smell is in there?
It's like no, you're going to just think, she's saying this. It's a doggy smell.
It's a doggy smell. Explain.
But somebody just said to me, that's where they put the dogs underneath it.
Oh, right.
And I thought, but it smells like my Ken Terrier would smell when you get a whiff. Because I thought, what's that smell? Seriously, I'm not just saying this because I was told about dogs.
During the next Hammer horror movie, and there's a smell of Ken Terrier in this room.
It's an animally smell.
Right, no, I understand that.
Like
and
I'm
also...
putting the dog thing because I've heard about the dog, but it was definitely a smell.
And you were in the pitch
but
dark.
But it's really like the walls coming on you. It's nasty. It's horrible. Mm-hmm.
And did you feel any emotion when you were in the room?
You said it's the forgotten place. You just feel as though you're never ever going to be seen again. It's that feeling of just total alone, being alone.
Right.
And lost.
Okay, now what I want you all to do, if you can put into a sentence what chilling means, because beforehand I'm sure that you'd heard people going up and they'd had an experience, and Tony... Bless Tony was my challenge. And God, he got it. You hear people coming to Chillingham and they'll say all kinds of stuff. And I hear people that come during the day and they say, didn't get anything. It was just a nice, you've been in a lot of the rooms now. You've ran the gauntlet. You've successfully come out of the other end. We have owls hooting in praise of what you've done tonight. I want you to put into a sentence, if you can, what Chillingham means to you. Now that you've been, now that you've actually experienced it, would you come back again? What was the vivid moment that proved it to you? And then, because at the very beginning we have skeptics here, or maybe had skeptics here. I just want you to know the moment that got you. And Wayne, with respect to you, truthfully, it could be either time you've been here. Right. Okay. My little mini reporter from the torture chamber.
It's definitely got to be when I was in the Minstrels Gallery. Someone definitely spoke in me, and for me that's definitely proof that there's something here.
Okay.
Definitely.
What about you?
I would say the museum with the darkness coming towards us.
Because you sensed the darkness actually coming towards you.
Yeah.
And you had a bit much. And that's
Yes,
when you
I had to
shouted
come
out.
out onto the landing bit.
What about you? What was the moment?
I would say it was like a mixture of emotions, very conflicting, because when I was in the museum I felt a great sense of love for something that was there. Yet when I was next door in the small dining room, it was really scary, and it was a threatening spirit that was there.
Right, okay. Now, funnily enough, you kind of peaked early.
Yes, I did.
In fairness, because I think the most vivid one for you was
the torture chamber, yes.
And explain.
Well, because I was overcome by emotion in there, and I actually cried and sobbed.
Right.
And it wasn't me crying. I didn't feel sad in myself. I was aware that it was my body was crying, but I wasn't crying, if you know what I mean.
Right.
I didn't feel. It was just though something took me over and made me sob.
Yeah.
You know,
crying through you.
Yeah. And I also saw a light coming down from the other far end of the room.
Right.
And it was a moving light. It wasn't just a solid light. It was a moving light, and it was covered quite a big area, really. And it was moving down from the far end towards me.
Right.
But it was shortly before they opened the door.
Yeah.
I felt as if I had been there a bit longer.
You never know.
There was definitely something in there.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful. It was early. It took a bit longer for a Tony taxi driver, didn't it?
Yeah, last one.
Had to be. That cranking of the...
4 times to hear a crank. I mean, once would have been enough, but 4 times. 3 in quick succession, and then 1 about 5 minutes later.
Jeebus. You got it.
Terrifying.
Yeah, man. What about you?
It was a mixture between the small dining room when that object
You said
fell
it was
off.
like a stone thing for
Yeah,
me.
it felt
Was
as
it
if
that loud?
It was really loud, and it was as if it just hit the floor and stayed there. Whereas if it had been anything glass, it would have shattered.
Right.
And in the
Did
chapel,
it sound like a brick or a rock or something
it
for him?
sounded like a big boulder
Right. In the room.
in the room, in the
And
corner
the
of
only
the
way
room.
that something could have been dropped in that room is if there was somebody physically in that room to drop it.
Yeah, either that or knocked it off.
Right.
If it was standing on
Someone was
something.
moving around. Wonderful. Wayne?
Been here twice. First time, I think they could concentrate on me more. 'Cause there's a lot of people here
You were
today.
alone, absolutely.
I think the most important thing is that not everybody's going to see something every time. I saw it a lot at first. I'm a bit disappointed, but I think that they know I respect them, and they sort of left me alone.
Right, okay.
So,
Jim, thanks, Wayne. You're not finished yet. Oh, yeah.
The first part had to be the torture chamber with the headache. It just came out of nowhere. I was feeling fine when I went in there. And the last part there in the chapel with the seat that was ice cold next to it. And I was in the chapel earlier on.
Right.
And even though we found out that it could be the moon that was shining down on the altar, and that still doesn't dispel the wispy lights that I
Because you
seen at
saw
the bottom.
wispy lights moving,
Yes.
and it wasn't a question that they were static, it was stuff going
They
on.
were actually almost comet-like, but the tails were like moving on them. And so it was definitely something else.
You
It
got
wasn't
stuff on
really-
camera as well, haven't you?
I hope so.
You're a good man. He has a terrible twins.
I think the chapel wasn't worst, but there was a flash of light in there. Lit the
that
whole,
one that lit the room up
it
for
lit the
you.
room up, yeah.
And that was the moment that did it for you.
Yeah, definitely. That was, where I had
That
the
was the
most.
clincher.
Yeah, and then that awful small dining room. It was a horrible feeling. I don't know what it was, but it just didn't feel right.
And having Yabba, the hut next door,
Didn't help.
kind of... Athena.
It's between a toss-up between standing frozen in the doorway of the Edward room, clinging to the door, and being in the chapel with the lights, that green flash.
Did it...
There's a flash, a colour
Did it achieve it
flash.
for you, though, to prove to you that there's something else?
There's definitely something going on, but I'm a bit disappointed because I didn't let myself go enough. I didn't surrender. But I will next time.
That's a woman's problem all the time. Do you know? Women should surrender more. Could, Richard, if you're about, could you be kind enough to, because we have actually forgotten 2 people. Wayne, can I ask you to bring our 2 other guests? Susan, out you come, the pair of you. Susan's been quiet and she's had the batch of your time. You see, everybody else has been talking about what they've got. Don't worry, you don't have to go in anywhere else. You are completely done. I'm going to start with you, my darling.
Thank you.
Because what we want to find out is, we've been asking everybody what clinched it for them. What was the moment when you just got it?
When our time was actually up. I was fine. I mean, I had the bright light. That didn't freak me out or anything like that. I just sat there. It was that bang at the end.
You didn't expect it to be as intense as
No, and I was very surprised at how intense my feelings were towards it as well.
Much deeper, because you thought you would be able to write it on quite a superficial level, and then you discover it's a bit more serious than that.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I still think you are one of the bravest people here, and I don't care what anybody says. I tell you, when you face something that you just cannot get past, you say, oh, hang on. A sensible person says, let's walk round this. Don't have to face that again. Susan, you got it big style too.
I did.
What was the moment that clinched it for you?
It just seemed as if there was that many dark shadows around us, and then the sounds coming from behind us, I think, was because of the sounds behind us mainly.
Right.
I thought, nah,
you said you saw black things moving past you.
Very quick as well.
Quicker than you could kind of cope with, really.
Yeah.
No, but well done. What I want you all to do now is nip into the little room, all of you, with the exception of Wayne. I'm going to go to the oubliette with you and to see the lady that's in there. Andrea's in the oubliette as we speak. She wanted to have that experience before she goes. Can I just say that I think you've done fantastically well. Did you get what you wanted to get?
Yes.
Because whether you realise it or not, we have 13 people here. And when we came in, 8 of them were not at all sure whether there was anything. And at the present moment, we have 13 people out of 13. I was saying, if I can turn a couple of them and tip them over, I'd have been happy. I'm very happy with you, and I just want to say thanks. And do you know, the reason that I'm most grateful is because when you didn't get anything, you said you didn't get anything. And Tony! Right, nip in there. I'll be back to say goodbye to you. What we're going to do is you're going to go and get this lady out of the oubliette. Andrea has been a complete glutton for punishment. This lady has, all the way she's been talking, she's been asking, she's been saying things like, will you come out, can I see more?
There.
She's still
in there about 20 minutes.
Yeah. Andrea, it's me. Okay. Oh, you're sounding chipper. I don't know how, and I don't know why, but you are. So, this door's going to be opening any second. Don't freak. Oh, there's a light in there. Where's the light coming from?
From the camera.
Oh, from the camera, right.
I did see,
Hang on, I'm coming in.
coming in, that's fine. I wasn't sure it was my eyes.
Oh, excuse me. Just gonna snuffle down beside me.
I didn't know if it was my eyes or if it was actual lights. I was asking it to show me lights.
Right.
I asked it to show me a big light so it could prove itself to me, and I think I saw one there.
Right.
If I did see it, would be on the camera, and quite a few lights were coming down that corner.
Right.
On the right-hand side, I asked it to touch me and give me some noises, but I didn't have anything like that. I just saw some lights. I didn't feel like threatened or anything.
No, the only thing that I would question is the clothes that you're wearing like a really kind of warm sheepskin thing that's covering you up, and you've got warm things on underneath that as well. I just think that it's got a lot to get through. If you're going to feel anything, it would have to be your face, or
yes, it
nothing.
would have to be, you're right.
Right.
But no, I think I did see some activity over this side. So,
you've done brilliantly. What the question that I've asked everybody else outside is, what was the moment that you knew there was something going on here?
In the museum, definitely, when the clock just rang, when I asked it to show me something and make a noise.
Yeah.
Right at that moment, the clock just went bang, bang, bang.
And do you know, for those people that might not believe that, the lady next door was being freaked out by you talking.
She was freaked out by me talking.
But she heard you say, can you show me something?
And can you make the clock stop? And she heard the clock stop.
The clock stopped, and then it just went for it really loud.
Right.
And again, lots of orbs, lots of activity in the museum, which is brilliant.
So the reason you came to Chillingham was why?
Was to prove to myself and other people that there is something else out there.
And
I've proved to myself, definitely. I hope that I've shared that with everybody else as well tonight.
You're now certain?
I'm positive, 100%.
Right, because out of the 13 people, and 8 out of the 13 were not believers, we have 13 people that believe it now.
You do.
How about that? That's cool.
Okay.
Get yourself out, but be very careful. Don't scratch yourself on any of the walls. She did so good. She did so well. These people, I don't know why they do it, but I'm so glad they do. Everybody got it. Didn't expect it. Everybody got it. The Night Owls have always been unique and special people, and it's been my honour to be with a dozen belters tonight. Until we're together again, from me, Alan Robson, good night. God bless you, and I wish you well.